Hello, how's it going?
Hello.
Hopefully these lights do not bother me and it's good. How it be, how it do. Welcome to Divine and Conqueror's Arthurian Tales. This is a 5th edition game based in the 5th century. And our heroes are adventuring in legends of old. We won't have a Lee here because work is consuming life.
Because we're
Yeah.
We should just have Cinnabon sitting there.
We should just have just. Oh, he's gonna get so mad and jump at the table and bite everything. Which, hey, I mean, it's one
content.
way. Yeah, it's content. One way to defeat the villains. Look, if Matt Mercer can use his puppy for advertisement, we should be using Cinnabon for advertisement.
For sure.
I gave you the video idea earlier. We can make it happen.
We can, except he needs to be on a leash because I'm afraid he'll run away.
No, we can do it inside.
Fair point.
Yeah.
So.
We just need a green screen.
Well, we're good there.
Yeah, we got plenty of those. Couple of announcements. One that's announcements to everyone here. I think I'm pretty sure I told you guys pre-meeting last week. I think sooner than later we'll be having the power couple join us via the internet. So we need to figure out how to have a TV there.
Me and Trent are right here.
The OG power couple.
Oh, okay.
Which
Power
has
Coming for your spot.
has the youngest member of DNC since she is only a month old now.
A month.
Yeah, I know, right?
Goodness.
Speaking of which, transition, we do have a baby onesie level 1 character in our merch store, which you can go get along with the Arthurian Tales logo and the Star Wars DNC logo and other things like this notebook.
Have any of us sent them the baby onesie yet?
No,
Why are you in my brain? Get out of there.
I send them a onesie, but not our baby onesie. All those stickers
they,
right there.
They may or may not be getting something
Okay.
at some point in the future.
Yeah. So
Don't worry.
our merch store information is
Yeah.
down below.
It's so many good things.
So much good.
So good wearable things, good
Yeah.
drinkable
I
things
still
like
need to
that.
get the crosshatch tea.
Oh yeah, this is just a sticker, but we do have mugs and thermoses in there. They're all on the other tab. But yeah. Also, speaking of we have a Patreon, which this Saturday we'll do a hangout and watch some movies together. So the only way you can do it is if you're part of our Patreon. You can do it for as little as $1, and you're there.
$1 a month.
You can do $1 and then you leave.
We don't do
Or don't.
that. We want you to
don't
hang
do
out
that,
with us.
but you can. I mean, I
You
looked at the
could, yeah,
rules.
for
There's
sure.
nothing stopping them.
Yeah, we're not your dad. We're your mom's credit card.
$1.
Yeah, $1.
$1 make me holler. Sorry.
So at the same time, we're both hoes. So, also, another Patreon that you guys could follow would be for the Alistair Patreon, which is our bros Vic and Lena that make an amazing comic book. The comic is free, so you can just go onto Webtoons and type in Alistair exclamation, and you'll be able to find it. I believe that's also Alistair is exclamation mark is the if you just search it on Google, it's the first searchable thing, which is really cool.
Stuck in my head.
Other things. Dickie has a book out. It's called Mutants of the Forbidden Dawn.
No, of the
It's right there.
Forbidden Dawn.
Yeah, Mutant Survivors of the Dawn.
Survivors of the Mutant Dawn.
Words are hard.
Yes. So yeah, it's a cool book. Go get it.
It's on Amazon. You can get a Kindle version or the actual hard book version, and it's awesome. So
everyone doing art, go support local artists.
Also, be kind.
Please be kind to one another.
Don't be dick.
Don't be dicks. And then the last thing is if you go to Talon and Claw's Etsy, which is information is down below. If you type in the code Divine Conquer, you get 10% off, which is really, really cool. Yes.
I got mine.
What up?
Monster, please sponsor us. If you do, we will legally change one of his names to Kyle.
And then I will have to get the claw tattoo on the blank shoulder right there. It's happening.
Free advertisement, just saying.
You're not even committing.
Don't give us money so we can make this happen.
Or just give me a bunch of
Or we can just get free monsters, that'll also work.
Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah. So
Also, because we get one of the mini fridges that has the logo on it.
Oh my gosh, so
just give us stuff.
Just, yeah.
Have you
like
seen
that.
those?
Please.
Because they've got it where it's got lights at the edge of the glass.
Oh, then I've not.
So
seen
it's
that.
got an engraved like green glass monster logo layer, so that the lights that hit it light up the logo, and the rest of it's just clear glass.
Excellent.
It's real cool. I love
Excellent.
it.
Excellent. Yeah, one of those, please. All right, let's do character introductions and then roll that beautiful buying footage. Hey guys, I'm Jesus. I'll be y'all's DM. We have the beautiful Wolf. Who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing a newcomer. Who is a
still not saying your
Aasimar
name.
monk,
Yeah. I mean, he's not.
and he's really unsure if y'all are one of them or not.
What does that mean? I still want to know.
You gotta find out. Hey, Trent, who are you playing?
I am playing Carver, the Hexblood Warlock, who is now level 4 just by virtue of meeting Merlin.
Yes. Yeah, well, you guys should be level 4, shouldn't you?
Are we?
No, you're level 3. No. Okay.
Unless
Unless.
I mean,
Unless-
devil's sight, here I come.
Unless I might need to change the challenge rating on some things.
Oh
Hey, Brian, who are you?
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'll be playing Crosshatch, a Warforged Warlock that is gonna go swimming. Or try.
Oh boy.
He's gonna
Somebody better make me some floaties.
And it's no longer
You're
my
my
problem
Evelyn,
when he rusts.
Pool closed for Scarecrow.
I can maintain myself.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
Jeremiah, who are you playing?
I am playing Saerus, the Genasi fighter, martial class, not the token anymore, but still the token sword and board, boys.
Boy.
That's true, I got a spear.
And who are you playing?
Hi guys, I'm Jess. I'm playing Lena. She is a wood elf cleric of nature domain, and she wants you all to please have long life and flourish. And that was my cue to leave.
Just for that.
And,
name tag around.
Yeah, so let's roll that beautiful.
Beautiful beef.
Codpiece.
And welcome back. So,
Well,
And a cod.
to recap, whatever, I should probably have. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and pause you.
Why you murdered him.
And play this. So, to recap what has happened last time.
I love
The adventuring group known as
That wasn't
Top,
me. I can't reach it.
I'm so sorry.
the totally ordinary peasant. So,
I'm sorry, we're making your Grimdark campaign.
no. You met Merlin. Grimdark has been thrown out the window.
Have you seen the initiative tracker?
I got mad.
Well, ooh to you too. So, Top. I'm not gonna get used to that really fast. Defeated an ice troll, and gathering loot from the ice troll, some old paintings, a lot of silver, accompanied with 2 crystals. These quote unquote troll hearts. That when you consume, you will have slight regeneration like the ice troll. Also known to some of the one of the members up top that Top just sounds like a really bad, non-successful hair metal band. So this ice troll could be kin to one of y'all. As you guys traveled and met Merlin, you noticed something other than just Merlin being odd as hell or matching your expectation of who Merlin would be. A lot of you cannot perform magic. You also discussed a little bit of the archfays that are out there, these spirits or gods that would be called, and officially Merlin is trying to get you guys to be a part of a mission, so at least Arthur would know what you guys are doing. But what does that mission entail? Why are these people after you? What is so special about the sword you got? What is this cold curse that's affecting Fae and instantly killing demons? I don't know.
Why do we want to go camping in the mountains?
Why?
I don't know.
No, you don't need to. Do
I don't want to go camping in the mountains.
So,
Right.
you guys have been at Merlin's for quite a bit of time now, and it seems though he has no plan nor emphasis on helping you guys other than just feeding y'all. I will say that you guys have been here for a week unless something dictates that to change. What have y'all been doing
Good question.
at his... Yes.
Just so we've been here a week, so I can erase all of my things.
Yeah, unless someone says we're starting at this day.
Okay.
But the general thing is, yes, you guys have been here for a week.
No, we're starting it before he loses any of his negatives because we need to make this as hard on the man who won't
Okay.
sleep as possible.
Fine.
No.
So, is there anything specific that you guys would want to do before the week's up at Merlin's Tower? Just letting you know again,
Oh, wait, no.
for description-wise, the tower is close to the shore, so you can actually see the sea from about a 60-foot cliff just crashing down into stone and water. There's a pathway that kind of leads upward in a spiral. You actually have to cross over a bridge that has been dug out to actually reach his area. There is a small little farm that contains food, seeds, goat, and a couple of other farm animals that are not helpful at all. And he yells at them and curses at them daily. There is a 2-story house. The 4th story is pretty wide open. It has a kitchen. And it has a very non-comfortable area that you could use as a living room. And it is piled and piled and piled with just crap. It's not books, it's not just pots, is twigs in one area, and a stone collection in another area, and broken pieces of nails on another area that cannot be moved because he's categorized them alphabetically and they must stay in that place. The 2nd floor is more of an open area that has a gigantic circle, stone structure that is actually the tower that holds the entire weight of the next 4 stories. How does that work? You don't know.
Magic.
The 1st and 2nd floor are not open. The 3rd floor, which is where you guys have probably been spending most of your time, is a very small location that as a spiral staircase goes up, there is a small section in the middle, circular, that has many, many, many doors. But anytime you open one of the doors, it goes to the exact same room, unless you change anything in it, and then the second you open the door again, it's only your room. So there's many doors that lead to the exact same room, but different per person. It's arranged the same. There is a bed, there is a chest, there is a chair, and there is a rug. And every time you open it, it's almost like it transcribes your essence or something, and you keep going to your same room, the same way you left it. The last floor, the 4th floor, is Merlin's private quarters, which no one has been there. Yes.
I will. Are you done with description, or you got more?
That's pretty much it. But Jeremiah, and then we'll go to you.
Go ahead.
Within the week, at least, like maybe on the 2nd day, maybe on the 3rd day. I want to say the 3rd day.
Okay.
Because basically, like the 1st day, I'm like irritable.
Yeah.
The
Woke up
second,
on the wrong side of a suit of armor this morning. Huh?
Yeah.
the second day, I would be not in my armor anymore. I'll be kind of like in more comfortable clothes and like doing chores and trying to clean up as much as I can.
Sure.
Be able to.
Yeah.
And on the third day, I would be sending a message to Camelot.
Okay.
To,
You writing a letter, or
Yeah.
okay? What does your letter say?
Like we talked about. Well, I didn't really talk about what the letter would say.
I know who you're writing a letter
Yeah,
to.
But I would just basically say that what's been going on in our expeditions and on the road and what we have encountered so
Okay.
far and what happened, and on the way here I will kind of be a little bit more into detail about the trolls, the ice trolls.
Yeah, the ice troll. Yeah.
Yeah, about what happened and then how the roads was closed basically.
Okay.
Kind of like
He's writing a
collapse
letter
rate.
to the church because he's a secret spy for him.
Oh my god.
As you do finish writing the letter, Merlin will give it to a pigeon to send off, and as you guys see the pigeon just fly up,
I would actually walk back a bit.
once it reaches that odd bubble that you guys have noticed, definitely within the area of Merlin, about 600 feet out, the pigeon just crashes onto the ground. You see that it kind of shakes off the dirt, grabs the letter, and starts walking.
So don't look at that like that. It just needs to remember that. I'm just gonna.
We're like, it's fine, it's fine. They know what they're doing. Yes.
Starting on the first night,
Uh-huh.
everybody else is gonna be introduced to their quarters that confuse the living hell out of me, and I'm gonna take one look at that and be like, no, I think I'll sleep outside. And starting on the first night, I would be taking my rests on the shore,
Okay.
slowly stepping closer to the water, but kind of because I genuinely have no idea what this thing is,
Okay.
and
You'll-
just confusion.
I'll say that to keep up with the third day theme. On the third day, when you do wake, as the sun's kind of rising, you feel something scratch against your metal plating on your side,
Immediate recoil. What the hell? Like,
and you just see this small creature, this odd shell of a thing with multiple legs and these huge claws scratching at your armor.
experiment, and I'm going to try to claw it back.
How hard are you trying to claw
I'm not
it?
trying to hurt it. I'm trying to pick it up.
All right, you pick up a crab.
And I'm just gonna hold it there and just stare at it because I
is it
am mesmerized.
Like its odd eyes kind of move around, and you see it start foaming a little bit.
I would probably be doing air pinchies at you.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm just gonna pinch back at it like I'm like waving.
It does that uncontrollably for a good while.
I'll continue doing this until someone interrupts me.
Okay.
Someone's in the room for Trent,
Third day, I'm just chilling.
for a snack called Trent.
Who is it?
Sir,
Oh, hey, Pip.
Hype.
Oh, hey, Pip. How you doing?
tasting like
yes.
blueberries. Anyway.
So you're gonna be there for until someone.
I'm
comes?
gonna be there until night falls or somebody comes out and interrupts.
All right.
me.
I have a thing, but it will be pretty late.
Okay.
The next morning, he will have changed out of the robes he was in
Mm-hmm.
and into a very well-fitted, like, bespoke suit.
Okay. You do know that your wings are exposed, and as hard as you try to like get them to revert back,
Yeah.
they do not.
So he's got his bespoke suit and a large umbrella.
Okay.
He's very much like refined adult goth aesthetics
Okay.
when he's in his earth clothes.
Got it. Like,
And he's just gonna be walking the property. The first couple days, he'll notice that Cross is getting closer to the water and has an idea for when he's only a step or two away from the water.
Sure.
When
Yeah.
you can go through everybody and then I have
Okay.
Other than that, he'll be offering to help Merlin with chores.
Okay.
He pretty much ignores the fact that any of y'all exist unless you directly interact with him. Except for her, who anytime she's within vision, he just tracks until she's out of vision.
Okay. Merlin's chores will be very odd. It'll be things like move these seeds to the inside of the house. For the next day, for you to say, why are these seeds here? I thought I told you to put them back in the farm. And just odd things.
Yeah. Anytime that happens, he'll just go, "I'm so sorry, it won't happen." Or, "I'm so sorry, it won't happen again." And then move them.
He will call you a good lad every single time.
And anytime he's not doing chores for Merlin, he'll just be training.
Okay. No problem. As you see that this man is very nimble, very fast.
Two things.
Yes.
Sorry for with his training. He does it like Tai Chi style. He's not doing forms at full speed. He's all about micro muscles. So he's doing slow moves.
Nice.
Everything's slow and calculated that he's doing.
Then regard what I said.
Lena is super wary of our new person who's in her group.
Yes.
And she literally is watching everything he does most of the time.
He does not notice.
She will not let her sister out of her sight. If she starts walking,
Neither will he.
if Everlee starts walking away from her, she'll just be like, where are you going, my sister, whatever, and just kind of follow after her. And she won't let them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will see that Merlin keeps giving your sister homework and asks her to read the same book every single day. And then when it's actually time for her to read it, he will come by and take the book from her and say, that's enough reading for today.
And the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, I would assume with Everlee, would walk up to Merlin probably the next day and ask him, you sent for us? You wanted to see us?
Well, so yes. It's healing magic is just, I can't do it. So, I wanted to just observe you from a distance and see what you did. And who you are, also. But the spying on you, I mean, the powers that be in divination have showed me that you guys are a much bigger horse, and I have to listen to Arthur and see what he wants you all to do. So sent the information of the totally ordinary peasants. Since you guys do not own land, you're all damn poor. And see what the see if this mission gets approved. For not only could this cause trouble for everyone, but it could have. Well, that's it. It could cause trouble for everybody, and we don't want nobody getting hurt. They shouldn't be getting hurt, unless you're evil.
No, sir.
Okay.
I never want anyone to get hurt, but I really don't want anyone to get hurt.
Yeah, I saw you in the
Right as she says that, he walks past her eye line.
And
Gets
then
word from Merlin in the background.
and then she's just watching him walk.
Isn't he so
I was
nice?
like,
Yeah.
I go like,
Is he? Do you know anything about him? Sorry.
The powers that be said he would be here, and now he is, proving that I'm always right.
That's
Greatest
I
character.
cannot disagree with you at all. and neither would I want to.
It's basically I'm gonna be like kind of walking around and then just see, well, like, do you want to see their power?
Yes.
Their magic. Will they be able to under this?
That's a conundrum. No.
As I was pulling my sword, maybe this much away, just to cut my finger, and then I was like, never mind.
Would you want to go on a field trip?
No, I don't leave this tower. It's
Just to the very edge of the dome.
it's gross out there.
You don't have to walk out there. We'll just.
Oh, you can leave and you can do stuff, and I'll spy.
You'll. Oh, okay.
I have this. Claps the that happens. Hold on. Just goes to the shelf, grabs some magnifying glass, a telescope, like, I have this.
Okay.
Turns it around. There you go.
Okay, and then I guess would you want to show Merlin?
There's no magic in this globe.
I know, but we can walk outside.
Since this would be the second day,
Yeah.
Saerus, have you tried to cast anything?
Yeah, you told me I casted something.
Yeah, almost.
It worked.
Yes.
Produce flame.
Your spells work.
Yeah, I was wondering
But
with them because
Lena's nor Everlee spell.
Yeah, because of
Riven spell.
I am
Cross
just a magical
nor
Somebody.
Carver, y'all cannot cast spells.
Okay.
The only ones who apparently are able to cast spells would be Evelyn and Saerus.
I'll attempt a minor illusion at some point.
You're so different.
Well, that's an actual cantrip.
Is that a racial cantrip?
No, my racial one is
Oh
light.
yes. You wisdom spirituality. Yours, you actually. The first couple times you try, nothing happens, but it's just it either functions, it doesn't function, it half functions, and then it's always something different. It's never consistent. And it's odd. It's always off too. It's not quite how you.
Yeah, he will have been trying to use them to prank Merlin. So, like, if Merlin's sitting somewhere and he carries a bag of seed one direction, he will have tried to use minor illusion to make it look like he carried it immediately back the other way past Merlin.
There'll be a couple times where, like, your minor illusion, its plan is perfectly done, and like you're just walking on the ceiling. It's just there's always something weird about it, or the distance is completely off, or for some reason you're like twice the size, or like you're clipping through the ceiling. It's just
You're laggy. You're laggy.
No, I remember I casted comprehend language.
yeah. You'll be you guys will have to. You learn that if you step out of the dome, you will be able to cast your spell.
And I tell Saerus, would you want to go outside the dome so that he could see?
Come down to the beach.
When he showed about like the thing, I think he saw it already.
Yeah, it's not necessarily me watching you, but me observing how it's done.
Okay.
So, I have to see it in the field.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Fine.
Yes.
So.
Can I pull teeth?
That's a racial.
You will be able to pull your teeth, yes.
Okay, you'll have 3 more teeth.
Yes!
I'm going to ask Carver for access to his books.
Are you keeping track of how many you
What
have?
books do you need?
I'm looking for 3
It was
topics.
8 last time I checked, so I'd be up
Yes.
to 11.
Gods?
Yes.
Anything about the Eldrazi that we saw?
Yes,
on the
that
first day?
feature. Yes.
And anything regarding the cruel one, the elder, and the older?
Ah, yes. So you're looking about the same thing. These are just different names for all of them. I will get you that book. I need to find it, but I'll get it to you. When did you ask him this? The third,
First
second,
day.
first day? The second day, he presents nothing to you. The first day he presents nothing to you, the second day when you remind him, it's almost like he forgot, and he goes and searches again. And on the third day, now that it's the third day, as he sees you, kind of freezes, slowly turns around, and just walks the other way. There's been a couple times like, whew, I think he forgot. And he's like literally 2 inches away from you. And just continues on his day. So he said he was going to get it for you, but it looks like he's intentionally now avoiding you.
I'm going to make it a point to remind them
Okay.
on the third day.
Okay. Yes. I'll find this book you're looking for. Fine. He just starts going up the stairs, and you'll see that he's. You'll intentionally. Usually, when you someone goes up into the spiral staircase, by the time they hit the actual floor, where the stone is, you don't really hear anything. But this is the first time the entire house, no matter what floor you're in, either at the actual house or at the tower, you hear the dunk, 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 dunk of every single step he is taking. Almost like he is very petty and annoyed.
He's
and doing that.
sassing you.
Damn.
You're gonna let him sass you like that?
Yes.
Yes.
I completely forgot.
Yeah, what up?
I was going to, on the first or second day, ask Merlin if he knows where our friend who was with us went. Since
Which one?
his name's Akkad.
Oh, I can see him.
You didn't see him?
Since there's things blocking other people from looking inside,
Okay.
they have things blocking me to look in there. Simple thing that I can overcome pretty easily. But I won't. I hope that fills you with satisfaction and relief.
I do have a question for Merlin too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him if he has any, I'll just say in character, like, do you have any kind of information about this owl god?
He is both not an owl and not a god, but he is called both.
That's a paradox.
Oh, real. Oh, real? I don't know. You say A-U-R-I-L?
Yes, I've heard their name. She's just like every other spirit out there.
Or do
You
have a
know?
book that I can...
I'm already trying to find another book for the short one.
I'll find it if you show me
No.
the way.
Wait, how tall is Merlin?
I believe
Or
he's
something,
talking about
so-
Carver. Merlin is
Did you say like 4 feet?
yeah, Merlin's really tiny. I think he's less than 4'10". I'll say that he's 4'5" at the moment until I change my mind.
He's calling Carver short?
Yeah, Carver is technically the shortest amongst y'all, but yes, he's calling Carver short. I will find you this book. Give me a damn minute.
And I am gonna ask him to, like, do you need the sword to be
What?
given to Arthur, or can I just leave it here?
I can you can just put it over there and like points to a pile of just trash on the floor.
It's like I'm going to my room, to the room that I always stay at, and I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay. No. I know which one that is.
Yeah.
He kind of just turns around. By the night of the third day, nobody sees Merlin. He's already said both to you guys that he's going to find books, information on subjects that you guys are asking, but you do not see him.
Yeah, he won't do it.
Although,
Fuck yeah, we just got a tower.
you do see Merlin dipping his toes in the water.
Is the crab still alive?
Yeah, it's still alive.
Okay.
For hours, it's just been.
I'm just gonna look to Merlin, stop clanking my other fingers together, and then just, what is that? And point at the crab.
It's a crab.
I'll copy it for later. But yeah, and then I'm just gonna point to giant mass of liquid. What is that?
That, my young one, is the ocean. It is a massive body of water that connects all bodies of water and dissects all lands that are out there. It contains,
I'm just gonna drop the crab.
Yeah, it contains most of the life on this planet.
Huh.
A key point to catch the crab before it hits the ground.
Are you there?
I spend 2 key points to say I'm there.
And fast as fuck, boy.
And then watching Merlin just still dipping his toes, I assume. I'm just going to unceremoniously start walking, like just into the drift,
Okay.
just into the water, and then stop at about knee high.
I mean, the water in the way that just crashing against your knees.
I'm gonna point at a wave. What's that?
That's water. That's the wave. Yes.
So because Gaunt has been keeping an eye out for when he heads towards the water, when he sees this happening, he's going to get to the beach edge and then 2 key points pass without a trace
Okay.
and sneak up behind Cross.
Sure. Roll me stealth plus 10 versus Cross's passive perception.
13.
Okay, so that's an 18 plus 4 plus 10.
Yes.
So 32.
You are not making any noise as Merlin's just watching intently. His eyes are just like
Stealthing in the water is impressive.
Yeah,
because walking into the beach, you're just like splash.
Yeah, he's making almost no noise.
Oh my god.
And just kind of just using his internal energy to just move slightly with the water, same way as you were doing your Tai Chi earlier. You're right behind him.
After the 3rd or 4th wave, I'm just gonna turn around and start walking back towards the shore.
When he goes to turn,
He's gonna go, "That's no way to experience the water."
and just attempt to hook his ankle and trip him into it.
Roll me a grapple. So, strength or acrobatics or athletics? No, sorry. It has to be athletics for you unless you have some ability. And you acrobatics or athletics. Yeah.
Okay. I hate these dice already.
Is that the you?
I fail.
19.
Yeah, I fail.
And you are now submerged in the water and you're just sinking, looking at everything.
I was only knee high.
Yeah, you're sinking and then eventually just hit the ground. Being tripped in the water knee high, that's what? About 2 feet?
Yep.
Yeah,
Tripped the water so you'll be submerged completely.
fair. So, person whose name I don't know yet,
Yeah,
you're gonna
no
see
one's
something
asked.
interesting. If you've been watching Cross over the past few days, you know he doesn't need to breathe, but the second I'm submerged, I just reach immediately. Like, almost instinct. And then pause. I realize I don't have to breathe. And I just pick myself up again, just... Do I have a Y? Do I have a Y?
There is rolling percentiles.
Sure. Use dice that don't objectively suck. That's 24.
Okay, so not a lot. I will say that once you do emerge, there is something moving inside your chest plate.
I don't like seeing. It's rough. Of course.
I'm just going to start screeching, "That's a crab!" and start sprinting back towards land. And I am desperately trying to get whatever this is out of me.
There's a jellyfish inside.
In the
Jelly?
Get in
A
there!
jellyfish?
I mean, they can squeeze into small spaces real easy.
Ooh.
You're hearing this, what are you doing?
Yep, because you knew I was about to say.
I mean, I hear that. I'm gonna go.
I was kind of like watching from the tower-ish, just like kind of watching what was going on, and then I saw person who I still don't know the name of, who I actively hate.
Wow.
I
mean, fair. So far, fair.
Trip poor Cross, and I immediately start sprinting down towards the beach.
Okay.
He is actively just laying onto his back and starting to float.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Floating.
I'm running towards grabbing just my helmet because I'm on
Okay.
top.
Is Merlin still on the beach?
Yeah, he's dipping his toes.
I am walking up and just attempting to pantomime. I don't have a word for get it out.
You said crab.
That's a crab.
Crab!
He's gonna look at you. That's a jellyfish. Opens the plate, grabs the jellyfish. Ow. Toss it back into the water. As soon as you both arrive, you'll see Merlin reach his hands up. Can one of you pee on this?
I spend a key point to pee on it from where I'm laying.
You're laying down.
Oh my god. That's not gonna be interacted at all, roleplay, but yes. So moving on, yes.
Before that would have happened, Lena would have said, I can heal. Because that, I am as soon as it's happening.
Shaquille OP.
Shaquille OP.
And then she's going to just. Oh, she's got the meanest look on her face and she's just glaring at you.
While he is just actively peeing on Merlin's hand, he will return the glare.
Wolf.
Why did you do that?
He asked for assistance.
Not that. And I'm pointing at Cross. That.
Crosshatch.
You tripped him.
I was trying to help him float. I find it helps me relax.
What is float?
He'll walk back into the water.
I'm a freaking colossus made of metal. This doesn't exist for
And
me.
he'll float again and just...
You all see as Merlin awkwardly crab walks out back into the out of the sand and going out to the rocks, and before he kind of disappears, and you all hear like a of feathers and wings, and then he all of a sudden within seconds he just appears at the top of the tower, and just you see
Stairs are
the
for poor people.
yeah, and you hear a door open and closes.
Lena's just going to glare at him and say, I don't like you.
He
Which
is
for her.
not paying attention.
I'm just saying, for her to say that, that's like, oh shit. Because she likes everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, his ears are probably mostly submerged if he's floating on his back anyway. So he's just not paying attention. He's floating.
I've come to bargain. I'm going to walk directly over to you, still floating in the water. This isn't going to be a grapple, but I'm going to try to like. Do you have a tunic or something on at all that I can see? I'm just gonna. Okay, then I'll just poke.
I am in the buff currently.
Poke.
Oh no!
Oh, come on!
I was just peeing on Merlin. You think I'm staying clothed, peeing on Merlin, and going back into the ocean?
I'm trying to get your attention. I
Yeah.
will poke you directly in the center of the chest.
Yeah, he'll open his eyes.
Crosshatch.
Crosshatch.
You hear a clang. It just directly off of my forehead, and then just frustratedly walk back towards the freaking tower.
I got your name the first day, friend. And he'll just continue floating.
When that happens,
He's asking
like,
your
I
name.
think he's asking for your name.
He'll stand up,
Oh, great.
pantomime like drying his
Oh my
hands
goodness!
off, and then just hold one out.
Hold the hand out.
Tenau, Gaunt.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I need to write that one down.
And then he will immediately just go back to floating.
It was with that. I was like,
Tenau.
I'm just gonna take my helmet off
Tenau.
and go back to the tower.
And then Gaunt.
Yeah, no,
She's just continuing to glare. Just
He doesn't know.
You see that you said that like a fed. Oh wait, no. I sent the letter on the third day. So.
Yeah. So it'll be like you sent the letter earlier today. Yeah.
Earlier today.
my okay. A crow's still on my shoulder,
Uh-huh.
and a crow's like feathers are all puffed up. It just looks like an angry little puff ball. It was just constantly like at you.
Right.
As I'm walking back up towards the tower, I'm just kind of because I know water bad.
Yeah,
metal
you're
bad,
kinda just-
water bad. But I was curious. Am I rusted at all?
No.
No. Okay.
You're fine.
I'll be checking for the next like week or two.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I am gonna look at you as like, let's dry you off. You're made out of metal.
Thank you.
As
And then just T-pose.
I will say that as that's happening,
In the tower.
kind of like the last thing that happens at night that is of any sort of note, you do hear a yahoo as these butterfly wings just kind of move around, and you do see Everlee kind of just flying and going back to her like station and just like doing it over again, like she's getting practice flying.
And then you see Lena's face like look over and just like soften and just smile at her sister, and then she's gonna turn back to him and go.
I'm like, can you do that? When I'm patting him dry, I'm like, can you do that?
I mean,
And then I go over by your crotch, I'm like, you do that.
he's literally just gonna spend the next like 3 hours just floating.
Well,
In the buff.
you might hear this or react to it or not, but she'll flat out say, "Why are you here?" Okay, great.
So
Fuck you.
Wow.
Like the water's to
I
like
thought you were the pacifist.
You could try tapping him. He's sitting there, eyes closed,
Yeah, the tap works.
mostly submerged.
The tap works.
Yeah, that's the only time y'all have seen him respond to something.
So, as the third day passes and the
She just
fourth
assumes.
day comes, you do see that, as usual, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all these kind of automaton little creatures, a la.
Wait, is it the butter robot from
Yeah,
that one
I was gonna
show?
say, yeah,
What is
a la
my
Beauty
purpose?
and the
You serve
Beast.
butter.
Yeah.
They have an official D&D module. I feel like we can safely say their name.
Hey, yeah, from the Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Oh, they do. They,
Yeah.
yeah, because I have the book of thinking just.
Or
Um,
it could be just the brew.
There's different.
The
Is there gonna be a little mouse in a wizard hat?
Yeah,
and a robe?
that's what I said the
A
first
little
time
rat
we
comes
got
up
to
with the blue hat.
The first time we got into the Merlin's Tower was like,
Yeah.
is there like a certain mouse with a hat? And
You-
some
you-
brooms walking?
it's- It probably is getting quite old because the only thing that you guys have been eating is very bland oatmeal. There's plenty of fruit, that's not bland. There's plenty of tea.
I think
And lunch and dinner are always spinach and seeds.
by this fourth day, Saerus will actually venture out. Like he'll wake up a little bit more earlier
Okay.
than usual, and he will actually leave the little bubble to
Okay.
go hunt some game if he can find some.
Sure, roll me survival.
Yay, I'm good at that.
The
No, I'm
one,
not.
the one thing I will note you noticing
Hold
as
on. I was gonna say, because I was gonna do something. Do you tell anyone that you're going to hunt?
If anyone was awake, if not, I
mean-
think like around 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah,
is
he would have
when
been up.
awake.
So if you mention it,
Like if he sees somebody who like, you will see me still not in armor but putting my helmet on and just grab my crossbow.
yeah, he would have been in the yard
And say something.
working out. So if you say you're going hunting, he says he'll join you.
I would.
Sure.
Sorry. I would also like to note that Lena would be sharing a room with Everlee regardless of if there was a room for her or not.
Okay.
And she'd be staying in there for most of the night except for like an hour before the sun would rise. Then she'd go outside and get ready to do her morning rituals and everything.
Okay.
Cross sleep outside because bed no comfy.
Got it.
But yeah, speaking of which, as y'all are leaving, you're gonna notice that I'm just already spooled up active state, and I am tending to the cart and trying to get it a little more organized. And this would be a good time to tell me what's in the cart, because all I know is the scrap metal and a Cod's belongings, but I don't know what a Cod's belongings entail.
Whatever's on the character sheet.
Okay, well I'm gonna need to see the character sheet at some point. But yeah.
That's if whatever's on there, that's what it's be on the cart. What did you get on survival?
15.
15. With the 15, I'll say that you will probably get a dove of a red deer. So that'll be probably in plenty of food.
I mean, that's a plenty, right?
Yeah, for a couple of days.
Yeah. Okay.
And you joined, right? Yep. Together, you guys go.
I do
You
have
notice-
a crossbow, so.
I was like, you notice that he's.
Tenau.
Tenau. How do you pronounce the name again?
Tenau.
Tenau? Okay. Tenau is incredibly stealthy, makes no noise.
I mean, that's why I didn't wear my armor, because I'm going hunting.
And Tenau, you know that Saerus is actually incredibly accurate with his weapons. And he's probably done this before. As you guys come back, I'll say probably by noon, you guys will come back with
I would say we brought
food.
that time too.
Yeah. Everyone that's still in the tower, you guys have since last night. You have not heard a peep from Merlin, and that's from what you've gathered very unusual. He's loud. Yes.
I'm gonna go pester a lizard if I can.
How are you gonna do that?
Oh no! I'm gonna go try and find his room.
Well, there's a staircase that leads all the way to the fourth floor, which is where he usually goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you just walking nonchalantly?
Yeah.
Okay. As that's happening, I do want to know what you guys are doing before we interact with this specific thing.
As soon as we got back, Tenau would put his hands, do a little prayer to himself, and immediately start breaking down the deer.
Okay. All right.
Well, to be honest, I kind of broke it down when we killed it, said a little prayer with it.
Okay.
And then
That's fine.
And then kind of gutted it there because I didn't want to bring a whole deer carcass.
Next.
Drag
Okay.
it.
I'll say that. Did you want to do your prayer at that time then?
No, it's fine. He will have just finished full skinning it before they left, so we'll have the skin on him.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
From the time that I saw them leave after I got the cart more organized to the time they got back, I want to spend 5 hours teaching the horse with no name that I'm giving a name. I'm trying to teach the horse that its name is T. I'm a carrot, and offering the carrot every time.
Roll me a handle animal, please.
I thought this. I'm basically teaching it like the trick.
You okay? So you want to
do
okay?
Hours. For it?
So to actually do that, we have rules.
I know you do, but
I want to start
I
doing
could have sworn it was like 250
yes.
hours or something for.
To actually, I need to actually look at that because I know that's the rule for language, but to teach it a trick, it's 1 week's worth of work.
Okay.
And it could you essentially within that week you have to get a specific DC, and even if you get on the first try, it still take a week to actually do. Yes.
Okay.
I was going to say, if I was actually going to say I was going to spend time with Crosshatch anyways. So if he's trying to teach the horse that, I would try to help him. So
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. That
I'm just gonna look to you and then look back to the horse and then. Tee, I'm a carrot.
Hell, that I put my rules that are printed out.
What?
Ooh, the replacement.
that's a
potatoes.
horse.
Huh?
Also,
Name. T, I'm a carrot.
Oh, okay.
like, it was pretty much just the vegetables. Cod's valuables all got taken when the potatoes got stolen initially.
Okay.
He was not joking when he said he put his valuables in the potatoes.
Okay, I will make a note in the card that says Cod's belongings, and then under that I'm gonna put vegetables.
There's like one of each set of clothes.
No, there's that one necklace thing that I'm currently wearing.
Yeah, the teardrop necklace made of a real tear, and then one of each set of clothes. That's pretty much all God had left. Was his weapons.
Alright. You want to teach it come, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a animal handling, and you have advantage since you have assistance.
Alright, don't fail me now, dice given me by Jess. Okay. I'll take the 18.
See?
Base 18, handle, and...
1 out of 100 rolls doesn't mean it's not cursed.
19 after modifier.
19, okay.
Just glare.
It was
Glare.
because it was with Jess. That's why there was a high roll.
I feel like this needs to be set out of character. I love and appreciate.
I know, it's fine.
Where the
I love and appreciate all of you. I just have to.
fuck
You know.
is...
I experience no emotion as I am an automaton.
Okay. I think the
That's
actual
cool. I know it
DC... Alright, if you look at the stat for a horse,
Yeah.
I believe their intelligence is 3.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, I think.
I should have that.
Horses...
Yeah, you should with cow.
Yeah. No, intelligence 2.
2, okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well, this is a riding course. I don't know
Okay,
if
within
it
the end of the week, so you have to continue practices RP-wise, it will learn come.
Okay.
And it will learn its name. I do not have a chart for 2 intelligence. I started at 3, so I might have to retroactively change that. Also, there's one page that I did not print out, and I'm kind of mad because that's the exact page we need right now.
I'm glad I could, help you find the holes in the boat. Now you can
I
catch up with shit.
appreciate it.
Well,
It's like, where the hell is this 1 page out of 8?
I
Alright.
don't know if the boat got back. You should really patch up where there aren't holes.
no, we just gotta burn it. Always
So-
burn the boat.
With that, and you guys are doing that, I'll assume that you guys come in and you start gathering and making preparations for
I'm
an
just
actual meal of lunch versus what's been happening. But to change a little bit of the mood,
Can I do one thing?
yes.
before that?
What up?
Just RP wise. If I see them bringing back the deer or meat or whatever, I'll say a quick prayer to Tara and thank her for giving us
I'm actually gonna.
more sustenance.
When he does, when I see Lena does that with the deer, I'm actually gonna look at you almost like our people do that as well.
Our people? What? Wait, what'd you say? Wait, what?
As Saerus tries to walk away, I'm just gonna go, my fucking potatoes!
When they get
and
that-
offer you vegetables to go with the... Because I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap it. I was like, well, we're making stew tonight.
Yeah.
Dave for sure.
When they get back, Tenau will actually turn to you and ask, "Do you mind if I prepare the food?" He'll pull out a chef's kit and a hat and put the chef's hat on.
Oh my god.
Please tell me you're thinking about taking the chef feat.
There is a chef feat.
I know there's a chef feat. I'm proficient in cooking tools already.
Yeah.
Look, here you go. But
Okay.
I will take a little piece for me because I want it a certain way.
Okay. I'll assume that with all the help and definitely with all the
And
equipment.
since we had carrots and parsnips and onions and things,
Yeah,
still
it'll make
root
it pretty-
vegetables.
Pretty good soup.
And we got the potatoes from his other house. I'm gonna make a damn good stew.
Don't forget, there's plenty of seeds in Spanish if you want.
Actually, he'll
Why is it
stew
not?
the meat with some aromatics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But because he's got the potatoes and everything, he's gonna make a shepherd's pie. But he's gonna use, it's
Okay.
gonna be a venison instead of beef.
So, you guys will eat that for sure.
Times like this, I wish I had taste buds.
The shepherd's pie is sheep.
Yeah.
Butcher's pie is beef.
Yeah, sorry.
Butcher's pie.
What is it called for venison?
Venison?
Oh, we always just called it Bambi pie, and it's delicious.
Butcher, shepherd, you'd go hunter or Jaeger.
Oh my god.
Yes.
For as stealthily as she possibly can from a distance, she's literally like not peeling her eyes off of Tenau.
You're just making
Are you still chilling with me next to the horse? But like, I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay.
I'm just
It's
gonna.
called Mary Berry Shepherd Pie.
Well, Well, I'm just
I'm
like.
going with Bambi
I
pie.
don't.
Or,
I'm not doing
or
like,
just
I don't
venison
trust him
shepherd
with the
pie.
It's gonna be Bambi pie.
Why?
So, I'm just not keeping, or I'm keeping my eyes on him while he's preparing the food because I don't trust him with the food, and I'd say that as much to Cross because Cross is right there.
Would anybody like my last child?
No.
Like when we're
May I offer you a
preparing-
dinosaur in this trying
when we're
time?
preparing food, I am actually gonna
I'll always
go.
take you.
I am gonna go to Lena and basically like because he needed to process
What's happening? Yeah.
when she said your people is like basically it's numb in his head, so
I'm
it's
on
just
it.
No,
it made him a little bit
Yeah.
uneasy, so he will actually come back to Lena. It was like my people slaughtered by the church. I'm sorry if I would just
we
walk
went off on a
away.
whole tangent before you said you were going to go bother a wizard.
But-
Wow.
You said you were going to go bother a wizard, and then we got
Yeah,
sidetracked with
but
the-
yeah.
this is. Don't worry. This is gonna. You're gonna get your time.
It was like I was saying, like it's. We were always taught to thank nature when we take from nature and to give back. That's why I left the carcass there for the predators to fertilize the meat to be eaten.
That's. I didn't realize that happened to you. I'm very sorry that did. What else would you say? I always say a prayer to Tara because she provided us with something, and life is all about balance.
If that was
Gonna get circled life on.
Are y'all close to where he's preparing the food?
No.
if that's the name of it, then I will say Terra next time. But I was just taught to just thank the nature.
Lady of the Fields. I just cracked before going about my
the
business.
chef's hat.
You're just in the back.
Yeah, the like band part of it here kind of has that novelty thing where embroidered into it, it just says caution, hot stuff.
Yeah.
Did embroidery even exist this far back?
It exists now.
Yeah.
For sure.
I also learned that by this time era, 47,000 years ago was the first mines. Because I need to look that up. Yeah. Yeah. So,
yeah, the ancient Greeks and Romans had mines.
yeah, I did not know. I was like, when do
It was
mines exist?
Before dynamite,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pre-dynamite.
they had to do it the
So-
old-fashioned way.
Carver, as you're approaching Maryland,
Am I wrong?
I do. If you're just doing nonchalantly, I need to do a thingy.
The door is enchanted with fireball. I'm so sorry.
You're not going to
hear
go move.
Maryland say, I understand, but you already have the Templars out.
Already have to let it out.
Templar. You can't.
Oh, he's talking.
Yes. Wait. Someone is listening. You can. The door just opens automatically. And he's tried his best to move his beard over a crystal ball and accidentally knocks it over and kind of falls into the ground. And he's just stoically looking at you as this very powerful enchanted item just rolls to the edge of the room.
I
He's
can
just looking
hear
at you.
Sonia screaming through time from here.
Yeah, I can too.
She's gonna comment. Yeah.
I didn't mean to intrude. I just wanted to know whether you had found the book yet.
Yeah, it's like there. He kind of looks around you, like through you, kind of just grabs you, closes the door. Someone could be listening. So Arthur has informed me and told me that you will be aiding in this expedition. There's a monster that's been invading the Templars and causing havoc, but Would you be okay with ignoring Arthur's orders and listening to mine instead?
What are they?
Diplomatic.
Like,
I mean, if you talk to Saerus.
I mean,
If you succeed, I can give you a magic item. No. You said you wanted information on the things that are plaguing you. I will give you all the information. It's in one of these books, and as he kind of moves his head, you see the tower just rises, even though nobody outside can hear it or see it, and it's just hundreds and hundreds of books. The information you want is somewhere. Who somewhere out there is doing this to you. My friend needs help. The Templar are gonna get this beast. They're already on a quest to get it. My friend. It's a side quest.
I mean, we finally finished the tutorial.
Yeah, you've done
12 sessions in. Well, now it's time for nothing but side quests.
My friend's gone, and I'm Saerus, their partner, but their child has been taken by the Red-Winged King. Merlin cursed. I'm Merlin, by the way. Cursed this beast, and they can no longer use their red wings to fly. But the Red-Winged King is cruel and stupid, and it has decreed that no other Manticore can also fly. By the way, it's a Manticore.
Ha!
do I know what a Manticore is?
Roll me history.
I don't
We
remember.
know.
Wait, did we fight one?
Yes.
Wait, wasn't that the three?
You guys fought a Nundu that was a flavor of a Manticore.
19.
19. Yes, you know exactly what a Manticore is.
Okay.
Manticore are these cruel beasts that have the face of man, very strong, very poisonous, can fly, extremely territorial, are jerks amongst jerks. They eat everything, including human flesh. Yeah, they're these barbed, bearded lions with wings and a scorpion's tail that shoots missiles at you.
Yikes.
Missiles,
Missiles.
but missiles aren't invented yet.
Well, too bad.
It's a
Magic missile.
So the Manticore are smart people. They're proud. He's the proudest and the most egotistical. He is the king. And all Manticore follow the law to a T. So when the creed said no one can fly, no Manticore can fly. I don't see why not. It would be easy for you to kill the king, in exchange save my friend's child, and they have to pick a new leader. I think it's a really reasonable request, and completely nothing will go wrong.
Session 40, we genocide the Manticores.
Oh my god. So
I think you mean 14.
bring back the child, and I'll give you all the information you can ever want. I can tell you that this information it's muddled. Gods and this horned spirits and horned god, yes, all of them. It's why this map was important to them. They have many names, so it's hard to pinpoint which one you're talking about. But you guys stepped in duty. Big chunk of it. Smells. Breaks the entire tower. You're safe here. But if you want to leave and take care of your own situations in your own life, you probably should then deal with it.
I'm about to go risk my life, right?
Yes. No, you'll be fine. You're kind of pat you on the cheek. You'll be just fine.
You said you know what's going on with me. Do you know about the teeth?
Do you need a dentist?
I've had teeth fall out of my mouth
Yes.
that aren't mine.
Yes. That's fucked up.
Have you been eating someone else's jaw, perhaps?
Do you know who did that?
I can only assume it's an aunt or a grandmother of yours.
But you wouldn't happen to know where I would find them.
I can also add that to the gigantic pile of things. I'm asking you to save one life and your information across the entire spectrum. Right? Strong arm me here. But yes, I'll try to find out who they are.
You got a big noggin. I just want a little bit of it.
Okay, I mean, it is pretty large. My head is. I bump it in doors all the time. You start seeing the awkwardness of like the tower just deflating. He's just standing there like nothing's happening, and a couple of books fall off like he didn't time the magic correctly, and it just kind of just off center, and everyone outside just sees the shift to the right a little bit.
I'm gonna look at it and
So I assume you're the leader of the group and you speak for everyone on this part?
I will say absolutely.
We have our de facto leader.
Max doing business with you. And shakes your hand.
Whoa.
I mean,
I'm gonna look at it and say, you watched that, right?
Nice doing business with you.
I will shake his hand.
Okay.
I mean, a COD would have done it otherwise. It's been like, yup, leader.
I will give you a map at Supper, and I will tell Merlin that you are on. I'm Merlin. I will tell Arthur you are on this case.
Oh.
Goes over and picks up the crystal ball. Oh fuck, there's a crack on it. You can leave now.
I'll leave.
Okay. Just closes the door. Yeah. That took 20 minutes. By the time you come down, several hours have passed. And you meet up with the rest of the group. Roughly about the same time.
several hours. Then yeah, he will actually ask her, like, where have you been?
I went looking for Merlin. He wants us to fight a Manticore.
It's like it's been hour. What?
Yeah.
What? I'm looking at the watch. You know.
Yeah, the one.
Sundial.
The sundial. The other thing, and then we'll go to you.
Yeah. So while he's cooking, nothing else in the world exists.
Oh, okay.
It is
Focus.
his baby.
Okay.
And at this point, he said it's been a couple hours. It's probably good
I'll-
into the stew
2,
process
3.
and like about to start the actual shepherd's pie part of it.
Okay.
And he'll just be in celestial kind of to himself, just like, and chefs just wanna have fun.
Perfect. Love it.
Wow.
And only one person here, 2 people, Merlin. Know what he's singing.
Yes. Lena.
How long do you think it'll be till we can bring?
There's more than one way to skin a cat in.
When Carver says Manticore,
That's a lake.
do I know what that is?
Roll me a history.
Not nature?
You can if you want for nature.
Okay.
I roll this year for
Take
Sure.
Manticore as well.
Yeah.
If I've read it in any of
That is
the
a
books.
16.
You would, since you got a 19, you would know the same information that has been said. There are these large
0.
winged beasts that are
That's a
territorial.
16 for me.
16? Okay. I would say for nature, the only difference that you would know, instead of any of them being eating human flesh, you know that they do like to eat horses.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
like they horses, hippogriffs, griffins, like that body size. It's a prey for them.
Well, it's a good thing we've got a cow.
And yeah.
Yeah, a horse.
That's
I share my knowledge with everyone.
And Saerus, you would know pretty much the same information, just not as much accurate detail as
When she brings
Carver.
up eating horses, he will have passively heard eating horses and just, no, they ruin the food. Deer really works better. And just continues cooking.
Gotcha. All right.
Like she like thinks about like correcting him, and then she's like, "It doesn't matter. I don't care. She could stick her tongue out in it.
So as the food's being prepared and served in different sizes and bowls and unmatched, most of them are correct. A lot of the ceramic here has not been washed.
All of them are plated very nicely. Like, sit down, you're going on a date night nicely.
Gotcha.
The one that he's making for Merlin is like Michelin star level plating. Just like everything is perfect. He literally pulls out tweezers to put like the chives on top in exactly the right place. Like,
Okay.
and he'll start passing out bowls to everyone. And as he does, he'll just, what's your name?
Crosshatch.
I'll say Carver and extend that.
He'll just put the bowl in your hand. Nice to meet you. And he'll do that
I'll
for
take the bowl.
each. He'll do that for each person.
Okay. I'll say that Evelyn and Riven will also reply with their names. And you will see Evelyn say, I am not going to risk my life for Merlin, because he still hasn't given me information I needed for the first time. I'm staying here. And kind of looks over at Riven. Riven just sighs and says nothing, just eats his food.
Do you introduce yourself when he asks? He's gonna do that for everyone.
Yeah, he will say like.
I think Lena's your wild card here.
Yeah, and he'll get around.
Everlee will definitely introduce herself and be very curious and be polite about it.
I'm gonna Saerus.
When he hands Everlee hers, he'll kind of lean in and just quietly, we need to talk.
Okay.
And then he'll go to hand you yours.
Not without me.
Well, we'll see how that turns out.
Yep.
Do you
Wait.
say that out loud?
Yeah.
He'll say, it's a family matter.
Even more reason.
And then he'll ask you your name when he goes to hand you the bowl.
What's your name? I didn't hear it, I don't think.
I mean, he said it many times throughout the table, so you would have
Yeah.
heard.
Oh, that. Yeah, but I still would have. What's yours?
Tenau, Gaunt. And he'll do an extremely deep bow and just keep the bowl level as he does.
And
then go to
Lena.
hand it to you.
And then that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not
Okay.
gonna remember my last name.
Interesting name for an only child. And then he'll grab Merlin's and walk it over.
Okay. You see that Merlin kind of sitting there watching the drama unfold, like stoic. When he gets the food, kind of goes in with the face first.
When he goes to hand it to him, he'll say, I've got a question, sir.
Still the soup bag.
Is that in common? I need that.
Well, it's not a soup, it's a
Oh.
it's like shepherd's pie.
The shepherd, is he, the just
So it'll just be like potatoes
Yeah.
and vegetable just
yes.
running down his beard.
Yes.
You are so wise and powerful.
These are true. These are 100% facts. I am.
I would be honored to become your student.
I tried that one time, and the kid was a brat.
Much like Saerus appears to be.
Oh. Yeah, that's fair.
May I follow him on their quest as a proving of my worth?
I would ask your leader.
He looks at Saerus.
You see Saerus actually cutting the little piece of venison.
Yeah.
He cooked it like just a grill
Yeah.
type mid-rib, but nicely on top of the pie before he started eating. Like, what do you want?
I would like to join you in service of such a wise leader.
Eh? It's almost like a pecking motion that he's
And there's zero sarcasm to what he's saying.
It's like, well, you've been trained by Merlin to no fault of his that he wasn't successful. But
Yeah, it wasn't Meryl's fault.
But
You had it in you the whole time. You just needed to believe it.
just to believe in myself and listen to this word. Like he will.
You are a knight, correct?
Yes.
I believe the term is squire.
It's like I've been asked to have a squire. I'm never sure if you cook this more food like this.
If you cook like this, your mom has squire.
Keep cooking.
Yeah, if you do that, if you say that, he will actually try to like get a piece of paper and write down kind of like official document.
Okay.
Like you, my squire.
You will see Merlin kind of mark the course hunt at night. Go sleep and day.
What?
Manticore's hunt at night and the sleep in the day.
Oh.
Such good advice.
And when I do like the little paperwork, like write my name on it, blah 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 blah, and then I'll write your name on it, ask you how to spell it, and then give you my quill and ink and just sign your signature on there, kind of like that.
Okay.
Wax seal it, and then send it off to the house.
He'll sign it,
Mhm.
and when he does, he'll take a second to just kind of infuse some of his key energy into the signature,
Okay.
so that people who are attuned could
Feel it.
feel it.
All right. All right. Well, anything else that you guys like to do on this very charming and entertained?
Oh, I'm sending it to the Clement house.
Okay.
That's
Got
what I'm
it.
sending it. To,
Cool.
Not to Camelot.
Understood. Understood.
And I'm currently basically just kind of waiting, like throughout the week. Basically, I'm waiting for a write back,
Mm-hmm. From
From
Camelot and
Camelot.
then from the Clements estate.
and also because a good idea, I'm gonna try to train cow horse.
Okay.
to cow.
All right. You will be roll me a for. Are you gonna do that the next day or?
Yeah, the next day.
Okay. I guess if there's nothing else that you guys want to do specifically this night at dinner, if you do want to accept Merlin's request, which will be elaborated during the dinner, that
Do we need to actually press the yes button? You know, like
yeah,
just
you have to
waiting
press
for
yes.
the
Or
exclamation
it will
point on
start.
it.
Yeah.
That's good.
It starts. Yeah.
So I'm gonna present the request,
Mhm.
and I'm also gonna ask Merlin whether he has a map of the area that we're going to.
I didn't give you one.
Yeah, I thought you did.
I don't think he did.
She just throws it at you. As it misses completely and it crashes into a pot and it gets wet and ruined. Alright, I got another one.
As I'm
Just
sitting
hand
next,
it to you.
as I'm sitting next to Carver,
Mhm.
I'll actually deflect missiles to catch it.
Oh,
and
well, there you
just
go.
hand it to him.
So it would be
Wait,
While I'm
Can-
eating, not even looking up, just
it'll be within this
Can
region
you?
here.
yeah.
you were in the dome.
Okay.
It's
We're in the
Deflect
dome.
missile is it's a martial
Oh,
art.
it's a
okay.
martial
It's a
ability.
martial art.
That one.
It's not really.
It would
magic.
be within the top regions of these mountains, but before hitting the forest.
Looking at my map and looking at that map, how long will it take to travel?
You have cartographer skills, right? You
How
honestly
the
think
tools and
it won't take you more than a
proficiency?
couple of hours.
Oh, it's
It's
not
not,
far
yeah,
at all.
it's not far.
Now that's what I call a side quest.
I'm it's just on the side.
with their culture. You have 3 Lees in your crew. Is that just how all of them are named?
They're all pretty much the same.
At that, your cross is just good because I'm not eating. It's just to say, Squire, I think that may have been the whiskey, and stand up and just abruptly walk out of the front door.
If Lena heard that, she would be like, "No, we're not."
No.
She doesn't understand sarcasm.
Yeah.
I don't drink.
I'm already out the
Yeah.
So I'll say that because of time, this will be a good time to go on break.
Okay.
We'll come all of us.
Woo!
The start of the 5th
Especially
day.
the horse after this week.
The start of the 5th day, with everything, spells recovered, HPs, in case you guys have not done a full rest on your own sheet. And if you guys want to start the adventure the next day, you may, or whatever you guys want to do.
Okay.
So we'll be back in a bit. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
No, the next day I'm training cow.
I forgot to tell you, geez, are we recording?
No.
Okay, so I forgot to tell you, and I should have told you because this is kind of thing that you would know. I was on a thing this week for a documentary for A&E / the History Channel for like forensic chemical analysis of this mysterious material, which they were not saying what it was, but they kept saying like a meteorite, alien, something. And we were doing all the filming things like the, like whatever. I was like, he's like, have you been on camera before? I said, only because I annoyed Jesus. And he's like, I don't know what that means, but okay.
Now, I don't need you talking no mess about me. I just did my makeup. I was expecting guests.
And I brought you guests, and you look lovely.
As everyone will see, this large creature floating off the ground as it has one gigantic eye in the center of its face, and it has pale, wrinkled skin and several stalks of eyes also kind of attached to its head. But on each eye stalk is a pearl necklace sitting around each eye, as each eye also has like these long lashes. It also has blue eyeshadow kind of painted onto its eyelid, and also this bright cherry red lipstick on its mouth. As you meet,
Yeah, continue.
Meet my Aunt Betsy.
it's so nice to meet you all. I'm Aunt Betsy.
Into your adventure to go kill gods and whatever else it is you want to do. I sanction you, whatever.
So is this official night business that you're sanctioning this?
As he waits, and like you see a pen kind of flying over, and immediately an ink pop crashes into his hand. And you see like a scroll kind of glows. Official business. What? Arthur needs to know who you are. It's too many names. What do you call yourselves?
Sisterhood of the traveling.
No, we're the top. The totally ordinary peasants.
We're going to end our game here.
It's better than boom. Like, okay.
Oh my god, this is funny.
And see what y'all do now that you've officially reached Merlin's Tower.
It was on my wrist pad the whole time. Click.
Okay.
So I use my bonus action to detonate. 1d6 lightning damage.
Oh, okay.
That's a 2. So it's more of a than an explosion.
You go beep beep beep.
Exactly. As you guys start seeing this energy
Like
starts.
that firecracker, you know, that firecracker kind of just starts shooting little flames out of it, and then nothing.
Yeah, as the energy starts moving around and it looks extremely unstable as everyone's just eyeing this thing. It's little sparklers, and then you even hear it.
And I'm looking back at Rick like, are you shitting me?
I It may or may not work.
What the hell are we working with here?
Alright, sorry, he's really big. Let me, Oh my god.
Hey, big dead.
Fuck! Ah, he's so tiny head. He tiny head me. Okay. Alright, tiny head. Let's fucking do this, bitch. Bet. Fuck you. You are a horrible human. Nobody loves you. Your mother thinks you're ugly, and your dad thinks your dick's small.
Oof.
I mean, I tells it how it is. You thought you can do things? This is America, where we shoot first and take your fucking property later.
Are all of these idiotas?
Whoa.
Ooh, killer kung fu. Ooh, wee, killer kung fu. I don't know what I'm doing, and I am an American hero. You want to burn American?
Jesus, you don't have to be good at shoot games.
No, I like games. I like games. This is the best type of game. I am a male. I have a penis. Penis makes me have testosterone. Testosterone says, grr, shoot people. I have to shoot people.
I would like to point out the penis is not what's causing the testosterone.
My balls are so huge. Look at my testosterone.
Is this like a horror version of Pac-Man?
Yes, it is.
Monkeys can always see you. Don't stop running.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna worry.
I'm
so fucking worried. No, you don't.
What? You don't believe in me, bro?
After the first 4 times, no, I don't. Oh god.
Fucking!
Oh.
I hit it. I hit it.
That's okay.
Hit it.
Nobody liked you anyway.
I'm not a person that hits and quit. I'm not. But I did.
Oh no, I wasn't ready.
Oh no.
Wait, I didn't say I was.
How hot are the mics? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, like about.
Like
Ow!
Ooh, notices your boom mic.
I just rolled
put
a
your screwdriver in
20
it.
on performance.
Crosses
So-
have.
So how hot is this?
I know that
Don't laugh, you're supposed to hate me.
2 individuals want to do something that night before we went to the next morning. So, what up, guys?
After like leaving from that awkward dinner conversation that I can't really take part in, I'm just going to, because we know about where the bubble ends, right? Like we can feel it. I'm just wandering at the edge of the bubble, just kind of muttering, "Eh, God," and looking out towards the forest periodically. And then after about an hour or 2 of that, I'm just gonna sleep right at the edge of the bubble, like T-pose, go into an active state there.
All right. Yeah, you hear that thing? I'm sorry.
The roof of the tower comes to a point.
Yeah, it's now it's slanted because he fucked up on reverting it.
That's fine. Tenau's gonna climb to the top.
Okay, roll me an athletics.
Before you do, I'm waiting for it to be like
20.
hyper enchanted, where if you try to climb it, it's like the Bowser stairs, where
yeah,
there's
yeah, you get up there.
He's gonna 1 foot tree pose and just meditate there for the rest of the night.
Okay.
Since I can do the meditate rest.
I thought this tower is like he's gonna keep climbing, like what Ryan said. This is good climbing. It was like, man, it's been hours. You're just like still a foot away.
Before, if I see him start to walk that way, or are you walking?
Yeah, and just walk up to the top floor of the
Okay.
tower and then climb
I'd
up
say,
to the roof.
can I talk to you? Just you and me. Not nice.
Sure.
Let's go this way for a second.
And he's once again smiling, and he's still doing like the just all teeth, like you just told a kid to smile.
You know when you said that, I imagined Esqueleto from Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like when you tell a kindergartner smile, and they're just like.
Yeah, but you also have sunken eyes, and it's kind of creepy.
Except I don't right now. I have nothing where my eyes would be.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Anyways, when we get a little bit further away from everybody, Leonard's gonna turn around and say, "What do you want with my sister? Don't say she's not my sister."
He will have opened his mouth.
I will allow you to think whatever you wish on that subject. I don't want anything with that one. I want to know why she's here.
I don't want to give too much of the leech backstory away.
I mean, if
she is not my sister from birth, but she is my sister regardless. I am protective of her, and you are new, and all you have said is you made threatening gestures toward her. I'm not okay with this. I will protect my sister from you.
That's not how family works. I'm not trying to hurt that one. Unless she makes me.
How would she make you?
It's,
He'll motion to the dark halo and wings.
Family matter.
And you just see her getting really pissed off again, and then a claw is still on her shoulder, and he just gets in that puffy little angry ball again and starts clawing at him.
I would gladly discuss the politics of our home with you. If you could show that your divinity.
My divinity.
He'll motion again to the
to the wings of always there.
No, the wings and the halo.
Ah.
How would she respond to that?
If she's taking a minute to try and think,
Yeah.
he would give her a couple of seconds and go.
It's not a matter for people from this world to worry about yet.
Okay. She will say, these people are trustworthy, good people. You will not hurt them.
What are you calling people?
Okay. We are people.
I'm kidding.
These entities, Happy, are good, trustworthy people.
2 key points.
You will not.
He's gonna pop silence starting in front of him, and the circle's gonna go that way.
You are quiet.
And then he's going to just say,
If I were going to hurt them, it would have already happened. I can tell she's not one of them. I've been here a couple of days.
And then he'll walk off to go up to the roof.
You notice that if you step like just an inch forward, you're able to speak, which is a bubble.
Okay.
Once he gets 4 or 5 steps away, he'll.
Okay. Well, as soon as that happens, she's gonna say,
Oh, no consent.
I like Tenau. He's a lot sassier
Ooh.
with the spellcast.
"Wait, I did do this inside the bubble before. I don't know if that's still a thing."
What?
I was able to cast thaumaturgy inside the bubble before.
You shouldn't have been able to.
Okay. I
No
shouldn't
spell.
have. Yeah, okay. Okay. Then I wouldn't like have wasted that, but I would have just said, "You think you're tough shit?"
Yeah, you walk away.
I'm not here to hurt children.
And he just keeps walking.
Do I want to say that? Do I want to say it? Children, I'm 108.
Not here to hurt children.
Just has not stopped. He's always fast. He's just slowly pacing up the stairs as he always
That's
does.
fine with his back to her. She's still just gonna flip him off because she's mad and she doesn't know how else to.
What else to do?
With the passive-
Cross, literally like.
With a
behind.
passive perception of 16, would I know that she did that?
If you're turning around, I'll say no, but up to you. You want to see it?
No, he's not going to turn around. If he heard her moving towards him, he would like glance over his shoulder. But if she's just standing there, no.
No, she wasn't running after him at all.
I like this sassy.
I mean, she wouldn't have to.
You heard the love triangle? Now picture the glare triangle.
That's happening, yeah.
Glare.
Oh no, he doesn't dislike her. He just understands that she doesn't understand.
And he's not being nice about it to her, anyways. Or
Oh no, he's being nice for him.
for him, yeah.
So, with the night progressing,
Yep.
you guys sleep a oddly comfortable sleep.
He's being about as social as he can be.
So,
I am.
yes.
I would like the perception of like a watch with me
Sure,
at the edge of the
roll for
bubble, like looking out into the forest. I don't know if I'll get anything on it, but I'd like to, smoke them if you got
Sure.
it, what have you. That is a natural 1. Never mind. After modifiers, that's a 4.
Yeah.
It's forest.
Forest, pretty good forest.
Dope.
Pretty nice forest.
Aye.
Nice forest.
Your dice are cursed.
Can I see the die? No, can I see the?
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna throw it
Actually,
away.
instead of tree posing on top of the tower, he's going to be standing both feet together, holding his spear, just head bowed, and meditating through the night.
Okay.
So it looks like the tower's got one of those like old school angelic statues just on top of it.
Okay, get it.
See, they're not cursed.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 17.
I mean, you rolled a 17 for nothing.
Yeah,
so
I know.
it's-
I just wanted to see.
Okay. All right. As everyone gets their night's rest in their specific location of choice, either comfy bed, out in the wilderness, out in the tree poseness.
In Merlin's bed?
Huh?
In Merlin's bed?
We've got
You-
T-pose. T-pose and tree pose.
You're gonna have to do a good successful roll for that one.
It's gonna roll.
As you guys wake up the next morning, probably would choose to eat the food that was prepared last night over Merlin's bland oatmeal again, which he loves.
He would have left about half of the stew
Mhm.
as stew just on the
Oh,
low
just-
fire
yeah,
overnight.
Okay, so it'll be
Let it
perfectly
simmer.
warm. A little nice
Okay.
simmer. So crock pot is doing a job.
Crock pot.
Crock pots, yeah. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go outside, just kind of look around, see if the pigeon's back,
Just not back.
if there was a reply or anything like that.
Unfortunately,
if not,
not.
yeah, if not, he will go to the horse and start training him.
Okay.
Does Merlin have a rooster by any chance?
What do
No,
you
he
want
would
with
not.
Merlin's
Dang it.
cock?
He would not want.
I just want the sound it makes, okay? I think it'd be funny.
He would not have a rooster.
The estate we stayed at for like 2 days had.
Oh.
There should have.
Yeah, if there was a rooster at the estate, okay, then I can do this retroactively.
Yeah,
as first
definitely
light
was.
hits, you like just.
So
Lena's already up by this point.
Spool up to an active state.
is this ancestor of Bergerac?
Yeah, the ancestor of Bergerac. Yeah.
I mean, I am one with the murder crew, so.
As either if you wanted to or not, you are awoken.
No, I wasn't doing it that loud. That was just kind of a warm up. But yeah.
With stew in hand, belly's full. I was gonna say
Rituals
puppies
done.
trained, but horses trained.
No, puppies was Sunday's game.
It's a cow.
Cows trained.
Cow.
What do we do, guys? Sorry, top. What do we do?
Top.
After the conversation at the dinner table last night about the manticores and stuff, I'm packing the cart to get ready to go on this, whatever
I
this
would be
is.
helping Cross.
Okay.
The one funny thing you will note is I have attempted to make my hat a little more flamboyant with the cloud's clothes. It's literally just a shirt wrapped around the crosshatch hat,
Okay.
straw hat.
Upon seeing that, Lena would say, Cross, you look so good today.
Thank you. Who's a good horse? And just like trying to get the cart ready.
Okay.
Did you like the ocean?
Yes, it was grotesque.
He'll smile. An actual smile, not the toothy one.
So, what is our marching order? We have 3 horses, 1 cart.
I'm gonna say I'll be in the front again because
Okay.
because I have the map. I'll offer the horse again to Lena and Everlee if they want to take it.
Which one do you guys want to take the horsey?
Well, Lena and Everlee are going to be together.
Oh, yeah, you guys can both ride horse, no problem.
So I kind of have to meta this, if only for marching order, because I have no way for Crosshatch to explain this. I want to be riding the horse I'm attempting to teach the name of, but if we see someone that I don't trust, I need a human in the cart ready to switch, like do the Chinese fire drill.
Okay.
Even better, I'm going to ride the horse in front of him in his lap.
Oh my god.
What?
That'll be overburdening the horse.
You're gonna.
It's already pulling the cart, and I'm metal.
What the fuck did you say to me? What are you doing?
He was gonna ride cross side.
He will have the reins behind my back because I will be riding in front of him.
It's not like he'll block his vision.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, yeah, he's like 4 feet tall.
Sure. Sure.
My horse, which is also pulling the cart.
When they go to leave,
Gaunt
will just hop into the back of the cart.
Okay.
Wait, there's a free horse.
So there's a free horse.
Wait, I thought that was Evelyn and.
They're staying.
Oh, if they're staying,
Yeah.
then that horse will, I guess, be staying as well.
No, if that's empty, I'll just
You take your horse and they'll take
I'll
this
take my horse and
Okay.
I'll tell them to ride on that horse.
Yeah, that's fine.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's your pets.
Yay.
I assume you're bringing them.
Yeah.
You don't have to, but I assume you are.
No, I tell my crow to stay.
Okay.
And I'm sure Lee would as well.
Okay. So then you guys know I'm considering all pets as magic items. They're not going to die because a fireball was casted in the middle of the group.
That's good.
But
I appreciate
But if the
that.
pet becomes a combatant, i.e. spine roll,
Yeah.
it's fair game.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you polymorph your horse into T-Rex in the middle of the fight, then there might be consequences.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, as you guys travel to this location, I will ask for you to essentially sneak into this camp. When you're looking at the map, it looks like it's the middle of the forest, and you're not sure if Merlin drew the top of a mountain or the bottom of a hill. It just
we're going to the camp thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a few hours by horse or by walking.
By horse would be still a few hours.
Walking would probably be a full day.
Yeah, walking will probably be 3/4 of a day. This is like half a day.
Okay, then we'll just take the horse, and then with Merlin's map, I will try to guess to maybe stop at a certain point, hitch the horse there, and then go by foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A chance to rig up the
No problem. Is everybody doing that?
Like I will suggest it. I will suggest it. I'm not deciding. Basically, I'll suggest it to the
No,
party.
I definitely don't want to leave the
this.
horse to
This is the
possibly
world's
get hurt.
slowest Mario Kart game. Sorry.
Sure.
We're gonna leave the horses
Like at a certain point, and then go.
at a certain point.
I mean, that's fair if the
We
things
don't want-
eat
yeah.
horses.
You don't want them to eat the horse.
Yep. Because one of their favorite meals that you said is horsey.
Did he already have it, or will it be a later thing?
It will be later.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's what I assumed.
So you're. Is there an agreement to like hitch the horses a little bit ways before you guys approach?
Absolutely.
Can someone roll me stealth and someone else roll me survival to see how well you hit the horses and the location where you hitch them?
If somebody's doing survival, I'm not doing stealth because 0.
I'm not stealthy.
I mean, I have a +4 for both.
Same thing
So
with
you're
the
doing
cart. You leave the cart
survival?
behind? Because it's going to be a bit of energy to move the cart with you.
22 for stealth.
I'll take the survival.
She already.
+5.
Oh, okay. +5. Fuck.
Yeah.
What did you get total?
21.
All right,
I'm
with a
glad I
22 and a 21, under some brush, but with a nice river flowing through, so they can easily move to get some water, and they have a pretty good distance of where like they can like move around. But yeah, it seems really comfortable. It's
I'm also marking the map.
where they are.
Where they are.
Okay, good. So you have a nice marking on your map. The natural the river that's kind of passing by, and this the overpass that's kind of covering them from the snow. Because this area, it does have a little blanket of ice on it, but not necessarily like snowband like most of the areas that you guys have been traveling through. So it's a really, really good location. It's pretty safe, and if anything's coming, it's loose enough that they can run, but it's still the illusion of being tied is still there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we just kind of like not really like.
Yeah. So
nodded it.
with that, what is the marching order when you guys are on foot? Is it still the same?
Most
I
likely
would
it'll
think
be
so,
the
yeah.
Second to last or last if possible. Other than that, I don't care. I just don't want to be up at the
I
front.
mean, yeah.
My mini.
I'd be in front of. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
with
I'd still be in front of
spending
Everlee.
a little bit of time with what's her name?
Tenau or
Tenau.
Gaunt, either one works.
With Tenau, I'll be like kind of asking him some questions to like just in a little whisper about, because he's like a little bit more quiet and methodical in his movement. So basically,
What are you asking?
He's just basically asking for help to maneuver around and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because I am a little bit noisy.
He'll actually offer to take a point since he is quiet.
Yeah, actually, it
Okay.
should have happened, but I am gonna like pointing you to the direction. I'm like
Yeah.
tapping your soul that we need to turn right in a way.
At this point, since you guys are getting to dangerous territory, I will propose to sneak into camp. Let's do a skill challenge.
Okay.
4 successes before 3 fails.
I was gonna say the way he'd be doing it is because he's real zippy and speedy.
Super zippy.
It would actually probably surprise y'all since everything he does is just slow and practiced that he'll just dart off and then wait somewhere for y'all to catch up, and then dart off.
Okay. All right. As you're doing that,
Scouting ahead.
pretty much, just because you are scouting ahead, I'll put you a little bit further ahead just to notate how we're doing this. Whatever you guys want to roll, but one has to be stealth because you're sneaking. One has to be survival because you're looking through the map.
Whoever is
all
the
stealth.
best.
All right, roll myself.
I could. Oh, okay.
Go take survival if you want.
Okay.
What did you get?
So, I would just like you to know. It stopped on 20 for a full quarter second.
That's good.
And then went boop to an 8. So that's a 12.
12. As the
Quick,
first
pass it out,
one,
Trace.
12 will succeed.
I should have, but
So, you guys will be making your way. Every now and then, you will kind of look at yourself and like, you barely make a slight noise like, oh, I should have known better. Kind of slide your foot so you won't hit that twig, and you're making your way through. And he's being quiet, and he is kind of leading the path. But there's a little bit more brush and just broken shrubbery and fawn here that you didn't account for really, but we're still a success nonetheless.
anything waist height or up though, like anything upper torso, he's literally going to be like hole in the wall limboing it, right? So if there's 2 branches here, he's just going to like.
Gotcha. Okay, noted. You rolled survival, I assume.
Uh-huh.
What did you get?
It's funny that you rolled an 8 because I rolled an 8. But with my pluses, I have 13.
13. We're just beating the DCs, guys. All right.
God.
As you guys are, as you're kind of noticing the surrounding areas, and you're more or less kind of looking at like the mountains and the cliffside, you're like, you're kind of looking at the map, and you, Marilyn hand drew, and you're like, I think we should go this way. And as you kind of do, you're not sure if it saved you maybe 20-30 minutes, or if you backtrack maybe 20-30 minutes. I guess we'll see. But
his movements going from being like slow and decrepit is very much just like flowing water through the environment.
I want to roll for athletics.
Roll me athletics.
Do you need explanation for it?
Yeah. I'm assuming that most of these, since this is the first skill challenge of the campaign, will be pretty easy. But yeah, if you want to, please.
It's more of a. It's like if there's a brush there, I'm gonna try to like kind of lift it up so that people can pass by. Kind of like.
Okay.
I'll be the big boy here.
The big boy.
Flexing over
No,
here.
that's my best stat. I did.
All right,
It's
roll.
okay, you're gonna hear mine and get really sad.
Do not. What did you
Oh
get?
my god, you got it.
What is this? Is it? Oh, it's not a 9. It was worse. It's a 6. So that's a 10.
All right, that's our first fail of the night.
It was like I was lifting it up, and then the branch just
As it, and it hit and it made noise and.
And you went to confidently lift it, and you just slapped it so it bounces up and then just down on the helmet.
All right, so hopefully you'll continue on the streak, but
Do you want to take it or do you want?
Go ahead.
Okay. I would like to take the last one of perception
Alright.
on the grounds that this is absolutely something that Cross has been in before, wandering through woods he doesn't recognize and trying to avoid deadly.
All right, roll perception.
And communicating that by booping Carver on the shoulder and pointing towards potential like threat vectors.
Yeah, please. Just letting you guys know, they start at a number and it just keeps increasing.
You took my best roll for me.
Yeah, we've had
I'm
that
sorry, because that's also the best thing I have, and
We
you
did
rolled
have a
stealth already.
question.
Yes,
We're
yeah,
doing
more than
this.
one.
Yeah.
Do I see owls following us?
What is your passive?
By the way, perception is a 15.
15. You would have passed the last one, but
Oh.
this is a fail.
Oof.
Oh no, that's 2 fails now.
Yeah.
How many fails to how many passes?
2 fails, 2 passes. You need.
No, 2.
You need to pass 4 times before you fail 3 times.
Oh, fuck.
I know, but what is
Yeah.
it? I can
Passive
trust that.
perception.
It will be 10 plus your perception.
We both passed.
Yeah,
10 plus your normal
perception
perception.
modifier.
Yeah, with
so
8s.
perception modifiers.
Okay,
Yeah, what's their problem?
11.
11? You're not seeing any. You're pretty safe. Alright, so since everyone has done one,
Well,
I'll say all of you have physically done one. Carver, what are we doing?
He's pointing out potential threat vectors. I will roll intimidation on a pack of wolves.
Okay.
21.
As you'll see a pack of wolves there, and you just kind of hunch over, and just to make sure the surrounding areas are fine, because wolves will not retreat back to a safe, will retreat to safety, as you kind of just spook them and send them off front, and you're like, all right, this part of the area is safe. So you guys start turning into that area, and we need one more success. Either a success or a fail will determine.
Everybody has.
Yeah, everyone has rolled one, so it's up to the party.
can I roll?
Who gets the last roll?
Constitution saving.
It has to be skill.
Can I roll a dex saving?
Yeah, it has to.
Because my dex saving throw is.
Oh, my charisma save is higher. I was saying con because like everybody else is trying to dodge limbs and stuff, and I'm just face planting through it.
I'll go for nature.
Nature? Okay.
Come on.
Oh no!
7.
Run 3!
You should have let me roll because I could have incited at a +6.
As that is 3 fails.
No!
I mean, 4, 3 fails. Yeah, before.
Oh,
I
shit!
think this is the first one I will encounter in a way, because we did this in a lot in Sacred World
Yeah.
skill challenge, and we've always passed.
Usually you guys do pass it,
A lot
yeah.
of times
Yeah.
we barely pass.
I'm
Yeah.
not responsible for our failure.
As you guys are moving through.
You should have rolled something from.
And all of you, like, this is pretty safe. Everything looks good.
I mean, technically, shouldn't
Her nature.
our other Lee have had a chance to?
Nope.
I didn't think about that.
Nope. She's not here. So,
I'm gonna take her stuff and put it right
Wait,
behind
we needed
me.
4 successes or 3 failures?
you guys have failed 3
hit
times.
3
and
failures.
You need to pass 4. This was a above an average would be either 3 successes or 3 failures or whatever number I choose.
Right.
This was
But I
above.
made it slightly harder because you needed 1 more success and failure. So you guys are moving through
Yeah!
and kind of stepping on to the higher parts of this the stone, and you're starting to see that it kind of starts cracking underneath and starts separating before you all hear these claws start grinding against stone. What are you doing in my
What language is that?
common?
Hey! Okay. What are you doing in my what?
And it looks at all of you. Meat's going to be good tonight. And you see a Manticore behind. So technically it would be on the side where you are. So let me put a mini out on the field.
Great.
Here is a Manticore.
Oh heck.
Yep.
So
It looks like a snake.
what? As you see this barbed tail kind of pointing at you, and you physically see these. It looks like just large pieces of like protruding, inking spines start moving out of its tail, and you actually hear almost like claws extending. If you could actually hear that, its wings expand. What do you guys do?
Suggested to open a bar.
It appeared behind us.
Yep, it's right. It's closer to you than anybody else, but it's to the side of in between Carver and Cross.
Oh.
But it's closer to
Hang
Cross.
Oh.
Since you are at the rear.
We are but travelers trying to make our way.
Roll me a deception.
Don't fail me. 13 plus 1 charisma, baby. Let's go.
Unfortunate circumstance, and now you're fooled.
The second I hear now your food, I'm going to cast something.
What are you casting?
Wait, what? I'm casting Mirror Image and just flat out screeching at him as 3 more of me appear.
Okay.
This is pure intimidation. I'm trying to get this thing to fuck off.
Okay.
Okay. Roll me intimidation.
All of us have turned to face him.
Yeah.
So everyone's back is to me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try and flashbang him.
Oh god!
I'm going to light cantrip as bright as I can and then immediately drop it, just so there's that bright flash.
Are you coordinating it with my mirror image?
No, I was just all. We were both doing it and it happens to be at the same time.
I'm casting Animal Friendship.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you know it will not work.
Yeah.
It is not an animal. It is
It's a
It's
beast.
Yeah, it's not a beast. It's considered a monstrosity. It's considered a high intelligent creature.
That is a 10 on intimidation.
Okay, then if I know it won't work,
You know it will not work.
then
Especially for the simple fact that it spoke common. 10?
10.
I will say roll with advantage because of the flash.
Sure. The coincidental flash. Let's see if I can get lower than a 5, boys. 16.
16. Okay. As the flash happens and you growl. Roll me I'll say perception or insight, your choice.
My choice?
Everybody. As when that happens, it kind of steps back a little bit from the spook, and I'll see if you guys notice something.
Oh man, that's gone. That was kind of good too, but that was.
Yes.
I'm using
12. Okay.
It doesn't matter. They're both 12.
19 insight.
Okay.
15 perception.
Okay, those are 2 pass.
I'm gonna use insight 19.
Okay, pass.
dirty 20 perception.
Okay, so
Rip that flashbang, hit yourself. Too.
both of you, so Cross and Lena, as it is scared and is spooked and set back, and it got really defensive. You see its tail kind of spiking more. It has not released any of the quills that it has, but its eyes are not on Cross. They're going down to the fissure, and it looks more scared below, and it looks defensive when it looks back at Cross. As with
the fissure.
There is a crack that you guys are kind of going through
okay.
right now. So you guys are on top of.
We're on rock.
Yes, you guys are on top of a stone, but there's like cracks underneath, and he's looking at the larger crack. As Carver and Saerus, you get the feeling that it's not. It's spooked for sure of what happened. Obviously, the reaction. It's not really afraid of the potential fight. It's very worried of the loud noise, and it's reacting to shit. You guys know that they sleep during the day. It's really paying attention if something woke up below. That's what it's afraid of. So, I'll give you guys one action. You can use a bonus if you'd like.
I've got a canonical reason why I failed that check.
What's that?
He did the same thing because he's so used to, like, when he was trying to do cantrips at Merlin's, they were always weird.
Yeah.
Now he's like, oh, what if something happened to me and they're messed up? So much like every time you go, I'm turning the lights on, don't look, and I instinctively look. Yeah. He looked right where he was doing the light cantrip to make sure it happened.
Will it work? Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Yes.
With that insight check, you also see that it was looking towards the fissure.
Yeah.
I think my passive's the
Failing that,
16.
you see.
Also that you notice that it's you're kind of like, why is it looking down? Why is it not?
I'm fine missing that.
How close is this thing to me? Because that makes it look like he's 5 feet.
I would say he's probably about 15 feet.
Okay, so I don't think I need to worry about disengaging.
I'm just gonna move 40 feet towards him.
Okay. I'll say that you'll probably be right next. So, all right.
How far is he?
15 feet from Cross. So if we...
You have a map for this?
Yeah, I gotta. It's
Okay.
easier if I have a map.
You said action.
Yes, one action.
Does that mean I could move and have an action? Or is
No,
the
your action would be
I
to...
guess, like I was gonna say, because if I could, I would move and then action move.
No, yeah, your action would be to dash.
Yeah. I am real speedy, and I only get speedier.
All right,
I'm gonna
ask for Ryan if you can hold this.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
higher level, the more faster you have movement speed.
That's like my
Are you
favorite.
at 40 right now? At level 3?
Yeah.
Oh, watch out, watch out.
He's coming over your head.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not the first time.
I mean...
We're adults.
Yeah, some of us.
Well,
Okay.
So
So...
I call him Matt.
let's go battle.
Jesus, and not you.
Oh.
Can't really.
Yeah.
Oh, this one doesn't have real nature, just fake nature.
Yeah. Okay.
The-
So... Huh?
I was trying
Oh,
to do
yeah.
battle map.
Higher.
Manticore, probably down here.
A little higher on the camera. If you
Give me a fucking second.
No, it's too high.
Yeah, fix it.
Yeah, fix it now.
You're not doing anything else
Oh my
important.
God.
Wow! 15 feet.
Do you wanna move the map closer to you?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening. And then that's the fissure below. So you see that there's tunnels kind of moving down and there's snow that's compiled.
Great.
How high is this?
60 feet.
2, 3. It says 40 on this one.
Well, then 40 feet.
Can my action be to hold the action?
Yeah, you can hold your action. What's your action?
No, it can still be 60 feet. This doesn't have to hit the floor.
Yeah.
There's
because-
20 feet of snow pile.
Which is where this starts.
No, that is a question. Is it 60 feet down?
It's a 40.
Are
If
you
that's
sure?
40, then it's 40, yeah.
Okay.
Hold action is trigger if Manticore Boy or any other Manticore that I haven't seen yet decides to show its ugly face at me. I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat and attempt to move back.
Okay. So you'll be able to cast Expressive Retreat as your hold.
I wanted it to be cast and move, but yeah.
You won't be able to do both.
But the cast.
On your turn, you can move, but as the action you're holding is...
Okay, then screw the Expeditious Retreat. If I see a Manticore move in a hostile nature at all, I am backing away as far as I can.
Okay.
So just hold action move.
Hold action moves. Okay, cool.
Can I speak and move at the same time?
Yes, you can. Speaking will be free action, so you always get free action. You can speak.
I'm gonna speak because I'm still in a mindset, not really in a mindset, but I'm a little protective of the two sisters
Mm-hmm.
because they were my charge, but it just my brain still kind of thinks that, you know.
Yeah.
So I will tell them this Manticore is dangerous. Stay as far away as you can. Just back us up from the back, and then I'll start moving forward.
Okay.
As far as I can, 30 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets you right to it's.
Did you want to be right up on it?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
You've been one shot
Okay.
how many times?
If 30 gets you right to it, I will. Well, you were kind of.
I thought he was a little further.
Yeah, I'll say that he's 5 feet from it then.
Oh. Then I'll move right beside just as far as Tenau.
Okay,
That's me.
no problem.
Feel free to give me a free square back if you want. Like just saying, no pressure.
Lena.
Yes.
Jess.
All right. Well, I'm talking for sure, and then I'm gonna be. Do I want to do this now or wait? It's probably a better idea to do it now. I'm casting Shield of Faith on me.
All right. Shield of Faith gets casted.
And then I'm saying, I think there's something down there,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
point.
Point it at the fish.
Okay. Has everyone had an action?
Yep.
Carver, do you
Get a hex.
Hex. Good old boys, Hex.
Carver going for gold.
You said free action speak?
Yeah, you can speak, yeah.
What if we're the hungry ones?
Oh boy. Manticore said we became food.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know, but that
Wanna
just
say
makes
fish are
Lena
friends,
go.
not food? No.
Oh my god.
Nope, that doesn't work. Alright.
We
just
know.
go through.
He's hexed. It's all good.
Well, no, it works because it fits perfectly when
Yeah.
it's sitting there.
Yeah. So. Everyone's did an action.
Mm-hmm.
Need you guys to roll initiative.
Yeah.
And then I roll for Lee.
Hey, look, another 8. It was a 20. It hit the wall of the rolling tray and then rolled back 1.
You know, that was my little problem with this one because it's like a little bumps from the engravings.
Yeah.
So that does happen a lot.
Well, that's where like the angle that this is at.
but there's an initiative.
Okay, so.
Yeah, this angle is perfect to just roll it back.
20 plus.
No, I
Great.
have 0 to initiative, so yeah, no.
Nobody got 20 plus?
I have a +4.
Okay. Did anyone get a 19? Alright.
I would have if I had pluses to my initiative, but I don't.
The Manticore got a 19?
Oops.
Okay, well, the Manticore's an asshole.
Yep. Rolled a 17.
So it's
15 up.
I rolled a 17 plus 0, so 17.
Alright, Cyrus. 10 to 15?
12.
12!
14.
14.
Which one do you guys want to go first?
You mind if I take it? I'm kind of up front here. Okay.
Mind if I go first?
Go for it.
Cross, then Carver, then
Gaunt works.
Tenau.
Gaunt is fine.
Tenau.
Or Gaunt.
Either
Carver.
name functions the same.
Gout.
Tenau, and then it is
Not gout.
Lena.
Did you just say Genau?
Huh? No.
No, that's a German
Tenau.
word.
Oh, Tenau, if I mispronounce it.
And then,
And then at the end, it's going to be Everlee.
yeah, well, she would have been at the end anyways because I rolled a 9
So
for
it's
her.
Tenau, is Carver Tenau and then Everlee?
Cross, Carver, Tenau, and then Everlee, yes.
No, Lena, then
Oh,
Everlee.
Lena.
Oh, if I skip Lena, probably, yeah. Lena, then Everlee.
So I'm at the end.
Okay. As you all hear it,
I don't know
and
how
like
to spell his
the
name, so.
the
T-E-N-A-U.
the
Oh.
you do see
Gaunt
some
also
of
works.
the loose stone and kind of broken down rocks on the edge start falling into this cabin as whatever woke starts moving
Oh, shit.
and chains start pulling.
Oh, shit.
Chains.
So
Look at me. I don't know.
Call me Tenau, mother of dragons, breaker of chains, boys. We're free in whatever the fuck it is.
okay.
He also
This is
speaks.
bad.
Yes!
If I have a red
All right.
marker, it would be
You see
better
this
to have that.
Jesus.
I love it.
I mean, it looks perfectly fine to me. I don't know what it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's all the layer effects right there.
All right.
Anytime you miss a card,
Did you
just
just
let
say
me know.
ooh?
It's going to.
Are
Yeah,
you
I
making a
do.
hostile action?
It's going to
Triggers my
claw
whole actions.
Cyrus.
Is he gonna attack me?
Hostile action.
Two claw attacks towards Cyrus. Dirty 20. And
Reaction
10, which
shield.
misses. Huh?
Reaction shield.
Shield. Okay.
Goes up to 23.
It does not hit.
Triggers my hold action. I go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. And then it's going to do one bite attack towards Tenau. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
All right. As it goes in claws, and as it's about to hit you on the second claw, as you move your magic, as the shield bubble kind of moves around and just barely does not penetrate through it, as the claws looks like
Can I flavor it?
Yeah.
Well, like the shield when it's about to when I went like that, like a normal shield, and then it's about to hit me, it like, oh, your shield's right there. I'm gonna hit you right by the head, like just black flames, just block.
All right. That's a flames block.
Unarmored defense, baby. 18. 18.
As it tries to bite you, and you just grab its mouth, kind of just move it to
I
the
was
side.
actually gonna flavor because I have a super high perception and insight at +6 each. That like I saw how it was moving, and I just 2 inches, just like
okay.
And so it's just
Oh,
like
you're matrixing this shit?
Yeah. Okay, nice one.
When his head goes by, I'm just gonna give him a pat.
As you do, make sure you don't hit any of the barbs on it. It is going to, since it missed 3 times, it's not stupid and it is scared.
Good
okay.
boy.
Good boy.
5, 10, 15, 20. An attack of opportunity by both of you. If you want to take
I took my reaction already.
Shield. Yeah.
I can't flurry of blows off of a...
No, it has to be
that's
one.
fine.
Just one melody. Bonk.
That's an 8, so I doubt it.
Okay, as you try to hit him, but it's his barbed wire, the barbs kind of float to the air and just like, better not hit that. You do see that it extends its wings and just glides down. Past where your eyes can see.
I have a +6 to every attack I do.
Yep.
Great.
It glides down past where you can see. It's still hexed. It's
So we
not
can't
Hunter's
see it
Mark.
anymore?
Never mind. Do you lose hex when you lose sight of it?
I don't believe so.
I will stick it up Hunter's Mark where you can track him.
Hunter's Mark is so good.
Hunter's Mark is
It's
really
like so busted.
Hunter's Mark is so good, but Rangers always forget.
I
it.
know.
I don't know why. I don't. It's such a.
It's like an OP thing. I don't know.
It moves outside of 90 feet. But I don't
It's
have to have line of sight.
real
Okay.
broken.
Yeah, it is.
40. Well, let's see. 40, 45, 46, 47. No, it's still hexed. You still sense where it is. You all guys, every one of you gets a full round action. It went underneath the tunnel. What do y'all do?
Well, I was gonna go over there and just look down, and I really can't do anything. I can't fly.
I mean,
can I use my
don't have slow
can
fall
I use
yet.
my fire bending like in the Avatar to go?
Man, why couldn't you just let us have 4 at the beginning of this so I could slow fall down there?
we all saw that it's scared of something. I say we get away from whatever it is scared of before it gets to us.
Back off and regroup
Yeah.
is what I'm thinking, but I can't.
Yeah, since you guys are all going at the same time, you guys can conversate and like move as a team.
Yeah.
So the light cantrip, I know you can cast it a certain distance. Do you remember how far away it is? It's like 30 feet, right?
Light?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yes, you do guys. You guys have players' handbooks on the corner.
Until with a light something.
Yeah, you can light an object and throw the
You
object.
can target an object.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's the PHPs are right there.
I mean, we can you can light a rock and throw it at the cavern.
Oh yeah,
thing.
that was like my bread and butter shit right there. There's player handbook.
You can cantrip a light and then throw it in there.
For this,
wake everybody up.
Jess, I think it might be better to go to like RP so we can have bigger cameras of ourselves and just take off the flag.
I can show us what is down there.
We're gonna throw a tooth in there.
I'm gonna fairy fire.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like 20 feet. 20 foot cube.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I look over
60
into
feet,
the
20 foot.
60 foot range.
Range and 20 foot for the
60.
for action spell.
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah.
I have
Hunter's Mark.
dark sight or whatever it is.
Dark vision?
Dark vision, yeah. And
Or
there's
60 feet.
yeah.
So as soon as darkness hits, you can see if it rests in 60 feet.
20-foot radius
Roll
is
perception.
20 foot
That'll be your action. But roll
Okay.
perception.
Okay.
Oh, but that was what I was doing.
20-foot diameter.
Roll perception.
Okay, yeah, I have to touch the object to start it.
20 foot on
but
its
then I
side.
can throw it. It doesn't matter if I throw it.
60 feet
That was
away.
a 17.
17.
Far
Okay.
edge of it would would be
I rolled to 20 and did it to an 8. I have an 8.
8 total. How do you have dark vision?
Yeah, I have
60.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you cast a light cantrip?
Yeah. I'm gonna grab a rock.
And toss it?
No
Okay.
displaced beast skull.
Throw it the direction I saw the Manticore going.
Okay.
So just like down in this way.
All right. So that will change things. Yours is 8 total.
8 total.
And
I have a +0.
It gives a bright 20 foot and then a dim additional 20 foot.
Mm-hmm. So, I'll say that if you're going off your number, unfortunately, what's your passive?
A 10.
10. Okay. Based on just the
baby.
panic of the situation, we won't be able to use passes, but I wanted to see just in case it was hilarious enough. So if you do want to gather what you can, other than just, you will see a rock being tossed. Last of the situation, you see that Manticore approach what looks like to be a bigger Manticore.
No.
With this Manticore had orange tinted wings. The Manticore that it's going towards has red wings.
That's the one we're supposed to.
Isn't that we were looking for a red one?
It looks to be a throne made out of stone behind it, and a cage with a blanket kind of crossing over it, and unable to see what's inside the cage. As everyone, you've done an action, so Mark, keep track of that. You do see the bigger Manticore.
Or are you mocking me?
And just grabs the Manticore and slams its head into the ground, squishing it.
Oh. Instant murder?
Mm-hmm.
So the small Manticore is now dead.
The one that you guys were facing now dead.
How big was the Manticore, the small one?
Large sized creature.
How
This is a huge creature.
So 15 feet. So now it's 20.
So,
He was rude to guests anyway.
it's going to just roar. I need everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Yay, +0, baby.
I
I rolled it pretty good. I rolled an 18 +0.
23, baby!
I will say with this distance, sorry, you all do have advantage because it's further than.
Oh, I still rolled an 18.
Wait. Let me see. Let me.
Well, I still
I
rolled
said.
18
I
for
said
the
with
first
advantage. Fuck it. It's with advantage even if the distance does not meet. So.
Well, I rolled an 18. I'm proud of it because I have a +0.
18. That's a pass.
19.
19's a
Oh,
pass.
that goes to jail.
That's a pretty dice to be putting in jail.
Oh, 17, sorry.
17 is
1 and
pass.
a 2.
Everly, be your roll forever.
Oh, I need to roll for everyone.
There is
There's the other one. Oh, there's the
Manticore and the dead Manticore.
Where's her?
You guys get to look at his butt.
Plus
Yeah.
So that is a
You know what I'm here for.
16 for Everlee.
As I'm sure it's a little hard to see the Manticore, but there it is. Okay.
It's a 16 for Everlee.
Oh, wait, no.
16 passes.
That's a 21, sorry.
21 passes. So everybody except for you are
Oh, no.
frightened until the start of your next turn.
Yikes.
It's sorry until
That's literally what you said.
What's wrong?
till the end of your turn.
Oh.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't buy any waters.
It's all good.
So as you are paralyzed and frightened, just seeing this monstrosity, this gigantic creature, what you see has almost like this lion's mane of blonde hair, but looks more human-like, protruding spikes everywhere, massive red wings that expand. But as you all do see that it kind of moves its wings to try to levitate and fly, it just does not. The other thing that you see is probably, from your perspective and with the light being shown, I'm going to get to your perception in a second. Maybe about 20 more Manticores.
Yep, no, bail.
You see a white, furred, hooved creature inside of a cage. And when it looks down, what you see kind of protruding out of, before it kind of runs back into the veil, is a unicorn's horn.
No, we gotta save the unicorn! I am a Clemente and we need to save the unicorn.
Lena seeing that, knowing what a unicorn is.
Yeah, you would know. You also, they are from your plane of existence.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I said disgusting.
Did you see it?
They are.
Well, technically you were the only one that set up.
Okay.
I mean, that was 23.
Did you roll perception?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you see it.
I would say to everyone, I'd be like,
Yeah, it would be a 20.
there's a unicorn in a cage down there.
An odd thing that happens after you see that, as it kind of scuttles, you see wings cover its head.
What, the unicorn?
It's an alicorn.
No, when you say there's a unicorn, you'll actually see Saerus grip his sword harder, and there's gonna be smoke coming out of his helmet.
What it looks to be a baby unicorn with wings, also referred to as an alicorn.
How many rounds of combat have passed?
This is still the first round of combat.
Just making sure, because the mirror image is 1 minute.
Okay, so at the start of the turn, Manticore is dead. I roll for the king. He got a 16. He goes after Saerus.
He goes after Saerus, so you just have to switch those
So,
two.
No, because I have to erase those.
Saerus.
You could just
So
switch
it's me
them.
first and then...
And then the king.
Take that off and switch it.
No, it doesn't work that way. See, like this.
Okay.
So it's me first now.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna go over there and do I see any kind of stairs?
You do not.
Well,
What you kind of would see that is, if you continue on the path, if you continue on this path, eventually it's going to curl back down to here, and then you can approach by this path.
Okay.
If I see that, then that's where I'm gonna be moving.
Okay.
I was like, when you say that, to save
But there's like 20 nanocores.
we need to save that unicorn baby.
How far away is the cage?
Manticore.
From you, can I see that purple cage right there? Because that's going to be the indicator. The sail. Move it 5 feet behind the Manticore.
That'll be the unicorn.
Yeah, that'll be the unicorn. 5 feet
really
behind
just
the Manticore.
20 you?
5 feet where?
That means it learned
There.
its lesson.
Behind it.
Behind it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So from your distance, well, first it's going to be anything else, or are you just moving that way?
I'm just moving that way.
Okay, so
And then you say that there's other Manticores.
it's going to take 120 feet to get to this spot here.
Okay, so that's that is
For
60 feet
you know
of
what?
movement.
Let's just show everything.
Okay.
Ooh, a raw.
So you guys to get perspective, these trees are here. So you're at the edge of these trees as that crater's going through.
So you said the like the little hole thing is this.
Okay.
Yeah. That transparent part, this is all a hole.
No, but to go down.
Yeah, you would have to go down this
Or
path,
here.
and then it comes over here.
Here
So
and then we walk.
Yeah,
spiral
it's
this way.
turtled. Yeah, exactly. It spirals that way.
I'm just moving 60 feet downward.
Okay, so keep track of it. At 120 feet, you'll reach it. Okay. As I'll say the Manticores will go on the Manticore King's turn. They'll all look, and every single one, as you see about 6 rows of teeth on each one, just looking, just kind of like licking their lips, and you see a couple of them starting to like look at the king and start climbing before he says, "No! Let them come."
No, there's not. No. You already knew there
I know.
was.
I know, but there's a lot more of them.
Yeah, it's fine.
Random question that probably doesn't have a follow-up. How far from the edge, if we're standing like here, to him is it?
Oh, I can tell you really easily.
Oh no.
Are you gonna do a thing?
Suicide call.
He is a monk.
I don't get that until next level.
Yeah.
I was trying to get
It's
to
level 4.
my ruler, but I cannot find it. So
Hear me out. The Manticore that tried to fight us technically disengaged and then technically died. Do we not get the XP for it?
No.
In which case we back off,
No.
regroup, get level 4.
We didn't fight it. We didn't do anything.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
from
so
this distance, it would be about 50 feet down.
Oh yeah, no, I don't need to know how far down. If I was standing here, how far this way is he?
15 feet? 20?
From the edge,
Yeah.
45 feet.
No, like okay.
I'm confused at the question then.
So if
Between the distance between these
yeah.
Oh, well, that's 10 feet.
Yeah, but I was saying, like, if I follow the crevasse here, is there a point where he's, like, 10 feet over and then down?
Oh, no. This edge starts curving down here.
Okay.
So that'll be the edge of where the mountain is and everything is just stone.
Okay. Then I will not do what I was thinking.
Okay, gotcha. So, since it's the rest of you guys before it's the Manticore King's turn, what do you all do?
I mean, you see Saerus moving forward.
If everybody's gonna be moving forward, I'm gonna be moving forward.
Saerus is not there.
That's a lot of man.
I can't move forward yet.
Until the end of your turn. So you'll be able to move. You'll just be about 30 feet behind everyone.
Okay.
Unless they all wait for you, then that's fine.
I will wait for Carver to calm down, partially because I'm hearing his string of thought through my head with the active tooth in my skull.
I can only do that once as an action.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was just kind of a passive thing.
So,
Sorry.
what do we all decide to do?
Let's go down and talk to him.
Yeah, move bonus action move.
Okay.
That's 80 feet.
And then action move.
So,
Oh yeah, wait, can I do that for all
if you
your turn.
if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll hit the 120 feet now.
Free.
So,
Are you Naruto running it?
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, this is actually the fastest y'all have ever seen Gaunt move. He
What I
just
said.
What game was this?
I'm
And
gonna
he's
hand
down
you
there.
these
Oh, okay.
first.
Okay.
Can you put everyone
Where?
about there except for
Fasty boy.
Cassie Boy?
Carver.
Tenau.
Monk is probably like 40 feet over.
Yep. I'm working on it.
Hurry on.
So these
Where's it going?
to represent these will still be at this height. I'm just moving them over here. All right.
Hoping I'm scared.
So,
And where are the rest of the other manticores?
they're
Are
all
they
on stone. Yes, exactly. They're all on
just
stones.
all
And,
waiting?
yes,
Okay.
they're all up there just lined up. Every single manticore looks like it's just edging, just wanting to go and attack, but none move. You hear as it'll take you one round before the hallway kind of moves through, when you guys are at the end, except for you'll be able to get there first before anybody else.
You had your chance to run. Are you here as pets? Dinner?
Anything you guys say or do as you're walking away?
Yeah. He
Oh
will-
God.
I mean, he goes there. He gets there.
I heard there was a petting zoo.
All right.
He's here before us, so I'm gonna. Yeah.
As I'm gonna say that it's not gonna respond to that because it's just confused. And then you all hear the meh as the unicorn, the alicorn, screams. Yes.
I will end Celestial as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're here for you, young one.
As you hear it respond back in Celestial, are you with Mom or Dad?
We're with a friend of theirs.
At that point, I'll say that you have reached this plateau you can see.
I would have stopped like right.
Okay.
here.
And everybody else is closer to here.
Okay.
As the alicorn speaks, you see the Manticore's tail hit as the cage smacks into the stone behind, and at that perspective, I'll say that you can still see it's not moving.
No!
The alicorn.
Well, mission failed.
What do we do?
Well, now he's guaranteed gonna die. Because even if he didn't kill it, he heard it. No one hunts sky vermin but me.
I'll say that we'll take turns. Saerus, what do you do?
We'll move forward.
Alright, move your character's speed.
Yeah, my full.
When I see him
Is
do
it
that,
going this way?
can I
Yeah.
say something to him?
Yeah, you can use your action.
Yeah, I'll just move my 30.
Such a strong king.
30?
Attacking a baby in a
Right
cage.
here, go.
Huh?
Right here. So it's a little closer or something. Yeah.
I'll say that it will respond. Strong. You'll know strength.
Towards the back, since we're in kind of like a crevasse, and I know it echoes, I'm just setting ambiance by every so often, like poorly imitating a crow.
Okay. I will say it's been 3 turns for your
Acknowledge. I'm down to 5.
So you moved. That's just movement, nothing else. Okay.
That was just one.
Is it a full turn?
It's your turn, yeah. You can action move again.
Well, my actions are moving again.
Okay.
Forward. Just, I'm not gonna move too far for. 20, just in front of him.
25?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll be able to see the alicorn being smacked at that point. Okay.
And, well, maybe one more, 30. We'll just go ahead. Facing
Alright.
him.
Oh, we're face checking.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
I'm
The
scared.
Red-Winged King is going to use a legendary action.
Oh, shit.
To shoot a tail spike.
Okay. That's it.
Nope.
LMAO, you just auto save.
It's a roll to hit. So, who's in front? Saerus.
Me.
Oh my god.
That is a 17. Does that hit?
Nope.
Alright, so that is 1 spike used. Ash throws out a spike and just growls at you as you both can tell it's really pissed and missed.
Yeah, steam is still coming out of my head.
Okay. We're going to finish this round of combat
Call it.
and then call it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's now its turn.
Oh, I thought that was its turn.
Nope, that was
No.
legendary action.
Legendary action. That's
Legendary
Can you move it right up to where Saerus is?
Yeah.
Like this way, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's running.
Yeah.
He's scared. I have steam on my head.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so.
Rawr.
Alright. We're going to.
Are we level 4?
You're gonna be after this.
By
You're gonna
text.
be writing a new character sheet.
Oh, wow, that's really low. I don't know if it hits. 2 18s. Does that hit?
2 18s or reaction shield?
So both of them. Okay, your AC is 20 what?
23.
23.
Jesus.
Tail spike.
I mean, his AC's 23 now.
What?
Is it that one?
Is a. Nope.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
God dang it.
I confirmed with the 1.
I have adamantine armor.
Of course, of course. I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
At least it's a con save.
Oh wait, even if your AC's above 20.
That's a good one, but I did not on the trade.
Yes.
What did you
Kill
get?
spikes are-
No, that's so much
We're
worse.
in nasty business.
That is a 7.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I changed it because I didn't like how it was written to a strength.
Also a strength save?
Yeah, keep the same roll, but what's both the strength
It's
base?
a strength.
Yeah.
Then it is a, what was that again? I don't remember.
You said
I said 7,
before.
so it's a 5, so it's a 9.
Oh shit.
No, I'm fucking stupid as shit.
So I roll again because no.
What was the class save? It has two save abilities.
Oh, con was 7.
7 total. Okay, cool. All right, that is 4d8 of damage.
Oh,
It critted.
Right.
It's also got legendary actions.
Yeah. This is
Refers legendary
TPK.
creature.
Woo! No.
That is 15 points of piercing damage,
Uh-huh. And what else?
and you
I
are
can
poisoned for
guarantee
the
at
next
least
24 hours.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. 24
Poison.
hours of
Disadvantages
poison.
on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay. I
Oh.
have 15. I'm bloody.
Okay. With that,
I'm
it,
taking a feat at level 4.
it goes to Cross.
Do I hear that commotion up there?
Oh yeah, you hear it. It echoes.
Is it accident prone? Because I feel like that's what you should be.
No, I have never tripped before.
And I'm assuming the ridge that our Tenau is next to is blocking vision.
Can you put this underneath Saerus and give us a poison counter?
You're blocking the whole camera around.
I know. Not these two. Sorry. Blah.
What's that? Oh.
Lena, move me to about the end of that first wall there.
Right here?
Yeah. That's ballparking about 30 feet.
Okay.
And then I am done. I can't do anything from this particular angle.
Okay. Carver.
Wait. I might have some. That a creature you can see within range. Never mind. I'm done.
Okay.
Can't see from around the corner.
Cool. I can't make it around the corner.
You can take an action to dash and move again if you would like.
Yeah, I'll do that. And I'll hex it.
Alright, as long as you can see it. As I'm getting the marker out.
You should just put the hex marker out.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah. Tenau,
There's
what
a
do we
few of
do?
each one. Like, why don't we just give them to Trent?
What do we do? Oh, thank you.
That's all I can do. Moving hex.
Yeah.
I try to hit it with my spear.
Alright, roll me to hit.
23.
That definitely hits.
That will be 7 damage. I'm then going to key point flurry of blows.
Alright, roll me twice.
21.
Mm-hmm.
20.
Well, all hit.
You gotta go pew pew with your leggings, or is it with your hands?
Hand. Because I one hand the spear. And then I'm just gonna pop, pop. Oh, wait, I don't have a d6 yet for my martial die. 8. 8.
Okay.
Nice.
Man, I wish I would have critted on those.
Okay. Alright. As you run, hit it with your spear, then turn around, 2 side kicks, kind of looks at you. just laughs as you see every other Manticore has about 4 to 6 like rows of teeth. It looks like he has about 10 or so. Just like this
So ancient.
circle of a shark, just bare teeth.
Angry boy.
I'm actually gonna say I used that to pull my spear out where I hit him.
Okay.
So the flurry of blows is me literally like elbow and foot to make
Gotcha.
it free.
Cool. Got it. Yes.
I will say that the hex will affect his wisdom.
Wisdom.
I mean, he fucked with us. He obviously
Alright.
doesn't have much to begin with.
Cool.
Fair.
Lena?
Okay. I counted out my movement right here.
Okay.
From here, am I able to see?
No, there's a wall portion.
Okay.
You would have to move again. Yeah. It's
5, 10.
it's proud but not dumb. You have to go to it and
30.
it corners you.
So if I'm here, I would be able to see it.
Yes.
No, I ain't too close to him.
I've got to.
I mean, she couldn't see him from here.
Could I see him from there?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you were. I confused you with Carver's mini. My bad.
Okay. So from there. Okay, great. And that's not 60 feet.
No,
That's not 60 feet.
that's 15 feet.
Okay. I'll say to Saerus right in front of me. I'll help you in a moment, and I'm gonna cast a healing word, but I'm of course gonna say Shaquilo heal on the alicorn.
Okay. Roll me.
Okay. I'm really fucking hoping. This one. Wait. Sorry. 4.
4 is better than
Silver
0.
full.
Huh?
It's healed to full.
Yes.
It's 4 is
Okay.
better than 0.
He's full of health.
As you saw, as the blanket kind of rolls over and you see the alicorns, and just turn back and headbutt the cage.
Don't do that!
Oh, -1 to the HP.
Oh, no.
No, please don't. Don't do that. Don't do
It's on a
that.
3-turn
I'll
clock.
help you.
You guys have 3 turns, so it's gonna die. Alright, so.
It's gonna do the dolphin in the aquarium thing.
So, last Everlee, what do we do?
She is going to move her full movement, which is right here, because she's still there. She can't see him. Can she?
No, not from that distance. No.
I mean, at that point, you might as well action move to get a little closer.
Yeah.
Right, because you don't have something else you can do with your action right now.
Can't really do anything else.
I mean, you could spike growth right where we're all standing. But
do it.
I really don't.
It's called TPK. Ever heard of it?
I mean,
Wait.
I've fireballed a very close quarters room and damn near.
oh yeah, no. The only time to use a fireball is when everybody is within 20 feet of each other. Otherwise, you're using it wrong.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Gotta burn the boat.
You need,
Yeah,
you
I know.
need to
Okay.
do friendly fire when you're doing fireball.
Fireball's a coin
She's
flip
gonna
spell.
go right
Everyone
here,
knows it.
and then she'll be able to see him from
Yes.
there. Okay. Does she have any other bonus actions? I don't think so.
No.
Oh wait, no. She has bonus action. She's gonna cast healing word on Saerus.
On me.
On Saerus.
That's a Z4 plus wisdom.
Oh, she's gonna ask first. Do you consent?
I have used my reaction.
Okay. That is, I think hers is still +3.
I could react.
Well, +4. So that's a 6.
You're healed for 6? As she
I'm not letting anymore.
says her magic,
No
and
blood.
you gotta get healed. Give me that, bitch. Thank you. Alright. Before the start of the next round, legendary action.
Of course.
You healed, it's going to go for you. And it's going to say,
Yep.
What is it? Shaquille Thorn? Opeel?
That's my plaything. And just gonna immediately shoots a barb at you.
I used my reaction.
Crossing
16 to hit.
Ha! No! I did
All right.
feel the faith! I'm sorry, I'm so happy.
Okay.
If we were level 5, I could have done the 4 stun resist turn.
Okay.
I'm so fucking happy.
Legendary
because I
reaction
passed
as
out.
it shoots one of its barbs and just it hits as the emblem of your god kind of emerges through and just barely blocks it off. And you just see your
That's the second one he missed.
Yeah, second one he missed. He's pretty pissed.
He's
pretty
gonna
pissed
bonus
off.
action rage. Oh,
Yep. So we're going
Is that your
to
shield?
start next game in the middle of this fight.
For Flair, Lena's gonna go.
Oh no! What's going on? What's happening?
It's
with
been
this
4
person?
rounds. I'm taking track of that. So
Should I be on 6 or 5? Because I cast at the start of the first round
oh,
for 1 minute.
you're on 5.
I'm on 5? Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. Thank you.
We're adding the alicorn to the bottom of the initiative.
But I rolled the rule.
Too bad. Take it off.
So, with that, we're
Wait.
going to start next game in the middle of combat. As your stealthing in here didn't pan out so well. It did get one of the Manticore killed. But you're all noticing you're heavily outnumbered.
No kidding.
Nobody's assisting the Red Bloom King.
They're just watching.
You're just watching.
I mean, he's a dick.
Yeah, it did seem like kind of a
He
bag
killed
of
one
a
of their
certain...
friends. Possibly one of their lovers. Don't know.
Poppy.
Another life story.
So, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll edit this, put it on YouTube and on Spotify, and we'll see you next Wednesday to see what happens in this. Hopefully, the baby survives. That's up to y'all.
Well, you got 2 healers, so hopefully.
Fuck the baby, I'm hoping I survive.
Fuck you!
The audience
You call them
wants.
sky vermin!
The audience
Yeah,
wants
they're everywhere where I'm from.
Fair.
The audience wants baby to survive.
Right?
Literally, you open your pantry, oh shit, there's another fucking alicorn baby eating your
Bye,
brains.
guys.
Bye, everybody. See you next time.
Good night, guys.